I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. No. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life. Listen, you're looking for parts of you up in different women. I just wanna hit your line and check how you living. Apologize for the lies, admit I couldn't see the difference between somebody who really loves you and someone who's overly tripping. Maybe a slight fear of commitment, but there's no excuses. Maybe a pride that was just too stubborn and I couldn't lose it. Maybe I couldn't give you my all, now I'm giving you music. Now I'm in front of your mountain, wonder if I should move it. Wondering if I do it, will I find you on the other side? Had to unfollow your gram, in case you found another guy. Had to come up with a plan, ask you for another try. Or maybe you should tell me to move on and give me peace of mind. I know you telling all your friends it's like I didn't try. I know you telling all your friends it was a waste of time. But I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah.
Peace, bro.
Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you.
Uh-huh.
And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life.
Woo! Here we go,
That
baby.
That was some heat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Everybody. Welcome 40 Central Podcast, episode 49 with the one and only GTheProducer, man. Hold on.
My bad.
This guy right here, man. He's really the intro man, so he's gonna do a better intro than me. But
I'm doing two intros.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass you the ball, and then you're just gonna.
That's crazy.
But
no look on you.
Yeah, but listen, this guy right here, man, phenomenal father, phenomenal rapper, phenomenal producer, just a phenomenal person that I've met, and I'm glad that I've met him. And my man Fred over there, you know, we got a story to tell, but but man, yo, thank you for coming on today, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Love the platform, love the show. Episode 49.
49, baby.
49.
49.
Jeez, 20 shy, my favorite number, but we all right. We're gonna get there. 20.
So I'm supposed to follow up that intro? I don't think I can follow that up.
Nah, we good.
I think it was enough.
Yeah, that was good.
So
good job.
all right, cool. That was my first good one.
Yeah,
that was my first good
That
one.
was a good one.
That was my first good one.
You dialed in.
Let me give you. You've been getting really better, man. I'm gonna give you a shout out.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Your potting skills is getting better by the week.
All right, let's go.
I appreciate that.
All right, Zay's here, man. We got Kev back in the building. Me and JT are here. Y'all know what we do. We also got a couple of people in the audience, man. Shout out to Caleb for being here. Shout out to my man Fred for being here. He don't want to come on.
For real? You don't want to come on?
This is episode 49. You better get
it. It's about that time.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
He could take Kev's seat.
Oh, shit.
It just started. The energy, man.
Tired of him.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything to you, man.
Let's go though. Let's start it, man. How was before we get into the interview, which is not really an interview because we're not doing the music for the whole thing with him. We're gonna be talking some real shit today. But how was you guys' weekends, eh? Your week?
It was good. You know, I started playing basketball again. We got a win, and everything else been solid. Regular. Biden came through. So, you know, no complaints.
You got your check. So what you?
Oh, you done?
Yeah, he done.
We
knew that was a quick one.
I've had an up and down week. Dijon's wake was today, so that was tough.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Dijon.
You want to speak on that first?
Yeah. Let's go. Let me
get a picture of him. I'm gonna get a picture of him.
Yeah,
so that we can pull it up and do it the right way. But other than that, we had a meeting with the police chief. So we're working on some things to try to, you know, get the community back on track. There was some issues that happened over the past couple weeks that needed to be addressed. And shout out to PS because they came and they definitely said that they want to address these issues. Get into more detail about that, but I'm trying to get this picture ready. What happened?
I think that's so dope. Like that's one of the parts of 40 Central that I love the most is that there's a lot of people who speak about it, but there's a lot of, people who don't actually through the progress necessary in certain neighborhoods. And one thing that I've seen from you guys religiously from even when y'all were petitioning to get the basketball court redone, like from the start of 40 Central to now, like your community initiatives make y'all stand out from the pack. You know what I mean? And that's why I respect y'all so much. It's the only podcast I'm doing for my whole career. I don't care what they say.
Hey,
let's go.
Noted.
Let's go, man.
Fact.
You did some special announcements on this podcast.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
Crazy. So what why this podcast? Like,
Hold on, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Let's finish giving him his rest in
okay,
peace real
I
quick,
got you.
and then ask him.
Way to get back
because,
on track.
Yeah. I want Q and his family and everybody to know that we are here with you guys, and we love you guys, and rest in peace, man. We're gonna give him a quick moment of silence, everybody. All right, man. Rest in peace, man. How long is a moment of silence supposed to last?
I think like 10 bells.
That's
like
what I did.
10
I did 10
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, cool. I didn't know if he was going too short or too long, but you want to?
Yeah. I mean, Dijon is a phenomenal kid, man. I remember when, like, I first started hanging around him. He was probably like 8, 9, maybe if that. Like, because him and Q and Vic's relationships go back to probably before I was even born. So it's like when Dijon came around, I was probably in like elementary or middle school. And he's always a kid that got a smile on his face. He always makes the room laugh. He's just a good kid. He's a good kid, good person. He was a good young man. Had morals, had standards. He was definitely a great reflection of his family values. And those testaments are gonna live through his family. I'm a firm believer that just because you leave the physical, that doesn't mean you left the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So his spirit is still here. His laugh is still here. His smile is still here. They're just living in a different form. And I don't think he's gonna be anywhere. Like he's gonna be always here with us. So, I mean, it's a tough adjustment to make anytime you lose or anytime someone transitions into the spiritual realm. But it's not gonna be that much of a difference in terms of his impact that he had with his family, his friends, his school, his community. He's gonna always live through us.
We had for the past couple of weeks, we had a lot of tough things we had to speak about. And man, 2021 is good, and it's gonna keep going like that. So we gotta say I love you to our brothers, man, while we here, while we can, and make sure everybody's good, man.
Yeah, you're gonna finally admit that you love Kev?
No. I don't care how bad it gets. Those words are not coming out of my mouth.
Team Wavy in the building, man. Kev, how was your week, man?
It's pretty productive, actually. Pretty productive. My guy and I, we started like a truck and logistics company, and we just received another contract in Shreveport, Louisiana. So
that's good.
It's pretty productive. It's pretty good.
I think that's a little bit more than pretty productive. That's actually like some really like impressive stuff that you're talking about. Man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
You love it?
No.
Yeah, Zay, if you need a job, let me know.
I'm good.
Before I get to G, man, my week was pretty good, man. I allegedly went somewhere. So, I had a great time over there, man, and came back, and I just been chilling in my crib just relaxing because I was dead.
Why you got your mask on your chin?
Because I'm smoking hookah.
And he's sitting down, so he's sitting down, so COVID can't catch him.
Yeah, and First of all, the new laws is like 2 feet now, so we good.
3 feet.
3 feet.
Yeah.
But none of us is that far.
Fauci said 3 feet.
First of all, and I got
Fauci said 3 feet.
Yeah, he said 3 feet, and I got my negative test result today, so I'm good.
They still believe in this man.
And
Nah.
plus he's sitting down. So he's
Yeah, you
good.
can't get
Oh, yeah.
COVID sitting down.
You
Remember?
can't. Yeah, you can't catch COVID sitting down.
If anybody remembers what episode that was, they'll get a free T-shirt.
Yes. G, what's up with you, man?
It's been a good week, man. I just got a new job with Madison Square Garden,
Nice.
so taking this week off to kind of transition into the new career, but looking forward to it. So yeah, it's been a good week so far.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
That's crazy.
So, Papa Scuff in the building, my brother. I love you, man.
Shout out No U-Turns. I got
Yes.
a shirt on.
Hey,
Got the shirt on right now, man. No U-turn.
No U-Turns on Instagram. No _U, the letter _ turns with a Z _ ENT.
Damn,
Oh,
bro, can
wow,
you
that
plug
was-
this?
Can you fucking plug us like that? Yo, he doesn't know anybody else's plug on here.
That was the best plug.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been practicing.
That was
oh
awesome.
my god! But so
Yes,
let's
this
get
is
back
my
to
moment.
that was good. That was good. So let's get back to it. You said this is gonna be the only podcast you do.
Yeah. I already told everybody, like 40 Central, at least they get it first. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I won't debut anything. I won't talk about anything. I got some exciting things that I'm gonna talk about today that you guys are gonna be releasing first. I'm gonna give y'all the exclusive on some things for just the show so that you can follow up on this episode here. So that's awesome.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I got a question for y'all, man. After all this time, do y'all still get nervous? Because I'm nervous as shit. I don't know
Really?
why. I feel like I'm in the presence of podcast excellence.
Nah,
It's like I feel like I need to step my
I don't
shit
get
up.
nervous anymore. No more. Like
Because you ain't start off with the shot.
oh shit, we did it.
Y'all want me to dance on the table?
We gotta
I'm not-
double that up.
Hold on,
say
we
that
gotta.
for
We're
later.
supposed to be doing shot
Shot
o'clock.
o'clock.
It is shot o'clock. I
o'clock.
gotta get the shot glasses. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna get the shot glasses while y'all continue that.
But yeah, so I kind of wanted to do something a little different on 40 Central today, and mainly interview y'all a little bit, but interview y'all in the realm of relationships.
Okay.
And
real quick, before you do that, I'm gonna let you do all of that.
go ahead.
But I just want to take the first segment and just talk a little bit about your music. And
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And your producing and all that stuff, because I think that your songs and all that's so dope, and I want them to understand what you do and all that before we get into any of the other stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
That's dope.
I just
So
want to ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Which hand do you write with?
My right.
All right, just wanted to know.
Just so that
You gotta tell me
know,
the rules.
you gotta explain the game.
Which hand do you write?
gotta, reiterate the rules just so I'm clear on it.
Kev, you brought it up, so might as well talk
So
about the rules.
on this pod we play a game called Buffalo.
You know, Warren is tight right now that you explaining this.
Yeah.
He sucks as Warren's backup.
So play a game called Buffalo. So basically, if you drink with your dominant hand, you have to double the shot.
Sounds like I'm with it.
You down?
I'm not actually drinking anything, for sure.
All right, bet.
For life though, we can go to the bar, and if I see you doing it,
Yeah, because you already know the rules now.
It's for life.
It's
Yeah,
for
Life. So you sure
Buffalo's for
this is
life.
what you want to do?
I'm accepting Buffalo in perpetuity for sure.
Purpose.
But see, you in the
Explain that. What
lounge,
does
you
that
drink it
mean?
with your right hand, you got to double that shot.
Explain what perpetuity means.
Yes, please.
Forever. Perpetuity is forever. It's kind of like in the finance word residuals, right? You're gonna get your residuals in perpetuity. You're gonna get it forever.
I feel like I heard that word. I think Proctor used that word in Power, right?
I don't know.
That sounds like a Proctor word.
That do sound like a Proctor.
That sounds like a Proctor
for sure.
word, right? I think he definitely used that in Power. But all right, let's talk about music a little bit. So, who's GTheProducer?
Yeah, so I would consider myself more of a producer songwriter. I do get on my own tracks just because I got tired of chasing down artists and trying to find artists to get on beats and find reliable artists. So I kind of started doing everything to myself. So making the beat, writing the song, recording it, engineering it, shooting the video, editing the video, and then releasing it and marketing. So I kind of took over my own brand. And when I released the song that you guys played, now My All, and got it like 100,000 streams, 100,000 views and stuff, it kind of put me in a better position. I'm not gonna say I'm famous or anything like that, but it put me in a better position where, like, when I release music, I know exactly what numbers at a minimum I'm gonna do before promo, and then scale it based on budget and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. But I love music, man. It's my passion. Writing is my passion, and I feel like to be able to put them together in that way and then put words together in a way where when you speak, it resonates deep with people means everything to me. So like it's rare when I'm saying anything that people can't relate because of my background, right? Like I grew up in the projects in the Bronx on the West Side. So I understand hood stuff. I understand like I could sit here and give y'all a whole lesson on any type of drug, whether you want to cut it, whether you want to sell it, whatever your profit margin. Like I could do all of that as well. But I could
Allegedly.
also talk about allegedly, right? You're right.
Allegedly. Let's start this right, fellas. Allegedly. Left hand, G.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Why would you tell him that?
Come on.
I didn't know it started with it. I'm already
starts
taking
everything.
a shot.
It starts with everything.
All
Cheers,
right.
everybody, man. Shot o'clock, everybody. Put your drinks up. Take the shot with us.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, that was horrible.
But yeah, so I could touch on and rap about hood stuff, which I love to do. I love to do rap punchlines and just talk. But I could also talk about the real stuff. Like I talk a lot about relationships in my music, right? So like I had said a verse once and I was like, I feel like we argue whenever we talk. So here's a message. And if you take my words for what they are, then you would get this. But you just go and twist our love up when you try and twist it. And whenever I try to talk, you get dismissive or defensive. And I recite soliloquies thinking you'll mimic me, but you either yelling or silent. Like where do the middle be? The quickest way to separation is no communication. But if you're my Lauren London, I'll give you dedication and hustle for you. Yeah. So I speak in a way where like it's gonna resonate deep because I'm speaking real shit, right? And I said I was on the phone with my ex. Vibe was different than ever. We started talking about pieces that we could put together. We started talking about that night on Sunset Cove and how we bought an eighth in a backwood, but neither of us could roll. So like it's the reality of what I'm going through in life, and then me translating it through rap, and then people coming back and being like, "Yo, you said everything I wish I could say to this person." I'm sorry, and they respond in a way, and that's music for me, right? Like we, as African Americans, we use music to get out of depression. We use music to escape. That's why we go to clubs, right? Aside of the women, sometimes we could go to clubs, just all of us, and we vibe to music and don't even know that we releasing energy into the air that we want to release.
Man, we did that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
me
real.
and him sat down. We went to a bar, ate, drank a little bit, and I was begging this man. I'm like, yo, listen, I need you to get back in the lab. He said, I'm not focused. We sat down there. We had a couple of drinks. We was talking. We was like laying shit out. Hit me up the next day, like, yo, I wrote something. I was like, well, I missed that phone call, but it was the next day after that. but
we all know you missed the first phone call. It was the follow. You always miss the first phone call. It's the follow up.
But yeah, man, we got back in the lab, and isn't there some shit coming? I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of good music on the way for sure.
How did you know that rap was the art form in which was best for you to express the thoughts that were going into your mind?
So how do I know that rap? So I wouldn't per se say that rap was my most direct outlet when it came to it. Like I'm a writer by nature. Like I love to write. I think rap was more cultural of just where I grew up at, right? Like where I grew up at was heavy drugs, heavy gangs. So it was like you did two things to avoid the streets, right? You either did music or you played basketball. There was no other alternative where I grew up at. We didn't have a 40 Central advocating for us or anything like that. You know what I mean? So the basketball course, if there was a crack pipe on the floor, you just swept it to the side and ran your full. You know what I mean? So I use rap as an outlet because of where I grew up at. And it was the method that was most easily received by the people around me.
You about to say something?
No, I was drinking.
Oh, okay. Do you feel like you are different in terms of the art that you do put out, and as opposed to like the rappers that we hear like in mainstream media and stuff like that?
So I respect talent all around. I think where I'm different is that I like my pen is very specific. Like I don't use any filler lines. Like I think about every line that I say and how it makes sense, how it's gonna resonate with the audience, and whether or not, like I said a line one time where it was like I said I make horrible decisions, horrible decisions. I grab that razor blade and make horrible incisions, right? And I was speaking from a more hood perspective, like, because I was transitioning into bars. But then I get a DM from a young guy, and he's like, "Yo, when you said that, I felt that." And then he sent me a video, and it was like a whole bunch of cuts on his arms. And I was like, "Damn!" Like, I wasn't even speaking in that context. I had went back. I had talked to my pops, because my pops is my best friend. He said, "Yeah, shout out to pops." And so he said, you have to be careful with the words that you say, because you never know what the other person on the other end is going to interpret. Exactly. And that's what I mean when I say I'm unique. Like, I actually think about what I say. Like, I could talk about times popping Molly and all of that, but who's that going to benefit? You know what I mean? I don't want to encourage that type of energy from our youth. I don't want to encourage that type of energy from anybody. You know what I mean? If they explore that, I don't want to be the reason why they do it. I'm not going to glorify anything or make it look cool. You know what I mean? Like, I have foundations as a person, and my music articulates that.
Can you talk about the first time you shared your rhymes and you got a reaction that you was actually looking for?
Yeah, I was battling somebody in Marble Hill, and now, like in hindsight, I'm like, man, everything I said was terrible. Like, it was horrible. My verse was horrible, but I said like this corny line where I was like I'll rip your skeleton out your body, and everybody kind of just went crazy.
Some Mortal Kombat shit.
You know, and we listen to it now, and I'm like, man, that was terrible. But it was the first reaction, and I realized, I was like, man, I definitely could see myself doing this. I was about 15 when I did that.
So what was you thinking about doing before this?
Basketball, man. I wasn't Zay nice, apparently. I heard Zay had game, but I was all right, you know, before the knee surgery. Ooh, damn.
It's about to start.
Why is he
thinking out loud?
I was not thinking out loud.
But yeah, true to the story, like, it was basketball or music. So like, I always knew I wanted to do music from a production standpoint, from a songwriting standpoint, since I was young, maybe like 7 years old. But come around like high school, basketball was kind of prominent in my life.
So after 15 and after you had that rap battle, what was next for you after that?
Kind of perfecting my craft. So I started interning at Stadium Red, New York on 125th. And I lived there for like 2 years and kind of learned the engineering craft. One thing that my uncle taught me, he was a famous producer, not famous, but he was an accomplished producer, is that you have to have a craft in this music industry that provides longevity. Like, rapping possibly can provide longevity, but if you can play the piano, for example, that's going to provide you longevity. If you can engineer, that's going to provide you longevity, because those are crafts that, regardless of your age, if you're perfect at it, if you're excellent at it, if you're a master at it, you can make a living no matter what.
So at 15, you had the rap battle. Were you GTheProducer then?
Oh my God, no, I was G Money.
G Money.
Look at the tattoo. Man,
Wow.
it's crazy.
So you was G. Who was G Money? Who was that?
Man, I would say, like, I've always kind of had my identity. Like, I know, man, it's terrible, but he was just somebody who fell in love with battle rap, to be honest with you. Like, at that age, like when Smack was first coming out and Murder Mook was just like on top, and Loaded Lux, and then to watch that culture big, I was big into that. So when I was rapping, I wasn't worried about rapping for women. Not really, you know what I mean? I was more like, what kind of bars can I put together and how are they gonna hurt the person the most? You know what I mean?
And when did G Money become GTheProducer?
Man, I would honestly say like maybe 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, I had said, yeah, that's how long it was. Like, just for me to find the courage, I would say the courage to put music out. You know, I feel like I had so many great songs that just died on my laptop. And I had spoken to my cousin one time, and I was like, yo, I'm thinking about changing my Instagram to GTheProducer. And he was like, you know, if you change your Instagram to GTheProducer, you're going to have to put music out. Like, you're going to have to actually show them why you are GTheProducer. That's when I started doing the challenges and stuff, and just releasing music. Yeah.
Can you speak about the challenges? Like, when did you, like, what made you what was your first challenge you did?
The God as a Woman challenge. It was all like pretty much talking about.
So nobody know, like, let them know what the challenges are.
Yeah. So when I release a challenge, or when I say a challenge, is I take a popular song, you know, based on the radio or in the past or whatever. I sample it, and then I make my own beat out of it, and then I rap on top of it, put it on SoundCloud, and let other artists jump on that beat and release, you know, their version of that challenge. So yeah, so that's when I started doing the challenges in 2018. December of 2018 was the God as a Woman challenge. I had once again I had called my cousin, and it was like you know, I have this idea where I want to release this God as a Woman's Challenge and put it out. And he encouraged me all the way. He said, "Yo, just do it because the verse is hard."
Who's your cousin?
Just Fred on Instagram
Oh, okay.
with an underscore.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yo, he don't even know his own cousin
I
shit. He
can't-
did that.
Yo, them
Let
lines,
Zay do
they
it.
get-
Let Zay do
yeah,
it.
Zay got it. He was like, "You underscore turn underscore underscore." I was like, "Yes."
I'm only fucking with him because he's in the building, man. He's here. He's here. Well, what was the first song you produced?
Oh man, the first big song I produced.
Any song, whatever. First song, first big song. Give us both.
Yeah, so the first song I probably wouldn't even be able to tell you. Like that's how long I've been producing for. The first big song I produced was and I wouldn't say big in reference to that, but was probably the Fred the Godson and Goods record. Because that got airtime and stuff like that. And then I would say the biggest song to date that I produced was the Dave East and Goods record, The Real, that was on his album.
That's major. Yeah, let's give a round of applause for that.
Yeah, thank you.
He's working, fellas. He's working. I know that he wants to get into what he wants to get on. Anybody have any more questions about music?
I got one. When you was spitting your bar earlier, I was thinking like it sounded like poetry. Like did you ever like think about pursuing that lane also? Or
Yeah, so I do slam a lot. My poetry, I would say, is I wouldn't say abstract, but it's more of a bridge. So like I can sit here on 40 Central and do a whole 20-minute set that would just flow from beginning to end poetically. But when I think of poetry, I don't necessarily think of it in the form of rap. Like I can rap something that would sound poetic and have that depth, but when I think of it more of like just telling a story and yeah, maybe it may rhyme, but it's gonna flow really well, you know, and have that type of excellence to it. Because the poets that I look up to, like Langston Hughes, Tupac, like they had a way of putting words together where even if it didn't rhyme, it resonated so deep.
That was it?
Yeah.
Can we talk about what else you write?
I got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, music?
Yeah, one more music question.
Yeah.
G the Kid, G Money, and G the Producer. What's one thing that they all have in common?
G.
Passion.
Okay.
Yeah, good question, right? I would honestly say passion. One thing that you'll know about me is that I'm a very passionate person. So regardless what I do, even when it comes to my friends, I'm very passionate. Like if they're going through something, I'm gonna go through it with them. I'm gonna call and do spirit checks. I'm gonna call and do mental checks and just make sure that your mind and your spirit are intact so that you can move physically in this realm and dominate and be successful.
That is 100% fact.
So I'm a very passionate person. And even as a young person, I was always very passionate.
You think you could be passionate to a fault? To where it's detrimental to you?
I don't know. It's so the problem with me answering that question is it kind of will touch on my spirituality. And I think that in order for me to say that I am passionate to a fault, it's like telling my creator that he's given me passion that can make me negative or can give me some sort of downfall when I was created in his likeness, right? You know what I mean? So if the passion that he gives me is way less than the passion that he has, so would we say that he is passionate to a fault, right? Without getting too deep into the spiritual realm.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm passionate to a fault. What I will say in combatants to that is that my passion isn't easily matched. And therefore, when I do come across situations with people who are less passionate, it impacts me a little bit more.
Okay. That was my last music question.
Kev, you got something for him real quick?
No, I don't have any questions actually.
It's great. I'm glad I satisfied the music portion.
No. We actually have a lot more music questions, but I know that's not where you want to go. But speaking about writing, he does write other things.
Correct.
Can you speak about what those things are?
Yeah, so I would say like what I'm most known for or what my specialty is, I think this is where Justin is kind of alluding to, is that I write erotica. So I write a lot of sexual based stories. and I think people gravitate towards them because it speaks to a part of themselves that they're not easily able to articulate, right? Like a lot of females can't really talk sexually without getting that association that they're a whore or that they might be fast or that, you know what I mean? Or without anybody just assuming that they like sex too much, where I can give people that lane to talk about it in a way or in a space that's healthy. And I think one thing I want to say is that 40 Central is that same healthy environment where you can come up here and talk about things without being judged. You know, you might get clowned on, right? Because that's just the nature of the show. But you could talk about it openly and not feel like they're accusing you. And we definitely gonna talk about all of that today. So so it'll be proven.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool, man. We ain't got nothing else. I know you got a lot of for us, so
Oh yeah,
I'm ready to get into it. Let's do it.
he texted me and said, "Yo, listen, make sure they ready."
well, yeah, because I wanted so I released a video series called Eva's Guide to Love.
Yes.
Right, that's a relationship show that I launched on IGTV, and I'll give a little background on it. So, for a long time, just growing up where I grew up at, I didn't feel like I would live a long life. So, I started writing a book for my daughter Eva called Eva's Guide to Love, so that when I'm not here, she could read my actual words as it pertains to every subject in the romance or passion area of life. You know what I mean? So then now that I'm here, I got the idea. I was like, now that I'm here, maybe I should give this to the world. And I started releasing videos and talking about things and just preaching foundations, which is what I hope to talk about today and maybe get some insight on what y'all guys think as men. And then share my opinion on certain topics and see what y'all say.
Let's go.
What's the first topic you got?
Let's go.
So the first topic I say is, and we can go down the line, is when you're looking to connect with a woman, whether in a relationship or not in a relationship, like if you're single trying to connect or you're in a relationship just constantly connecting with your significant other, I want to know, what areas do you look to connect in?
I'm not at the end of any of your lines, so one of y'all, anybody?
Mike, one could go first.
Oh man!
Oh, before you go, bro, shot o'clock again. Let's go. Shot.
Oh!
Shot o'clock. Here you go, fellas.
Oh, we got to pour it up.
Trouble?
Yeah, I pulled the first one.
Yeah,
I ain't doing it
this
again.
is enough.
Spit it.
Your word.
There's more over there. I'm not getting up. Nah.
The butler could get it.
Oh. So say that question one more time, because I don't think.
So when you look at the areas that you when you're looking to connect with a significant other, what are those areas that you're looking to connect in? Right. So just for example, it could be like your political perspective, right? Like you're looking to connect in a political way. This could be spiritual, physically, emotionally. Like what are the most, I would say, let's say top 3. What's your top 3 areas that you look to connect in?
I got one. Let's go, but let's do shot o'clock. Everybody out there, get your shots ready. Let's go.
Brother.
That's smooth.
It is, right?
Smooth.
Now you got to jump to that over there.
Definitely got better.
It says smooth. Stay constant.
You going, JT? Since they don't want to go.
Have first.
My top 3.
I think Kev was gonna go.
Okay.
Now I was gonna say emotionally and basically mindful. So it's like I look for in a girl a woman that got her own. She got things going on. She keeps herself busy. So that's basically what I look for in a girl. So I mean, and that brings in an attraction to me.
So let's talk about it. Let's dive in, right? I'm gonna dive in on each one of y'all. So when you say she got her own, define that and why is that important to you? Like, are you talking about own? You talking about own house, own car, something like that? What are you saying?
I mean, got her own, basically. Like got an education. A woman that knows what she wants in life. You know what I'm saying? She's not looking for handouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Her own. That's how I look at it, as your own. Now, anything that you have as assets is different. That's extra. But I don't look at assets because I mean that's all material. But it's something that you can actually have without money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by having your own.
So if a woman let's just throw this out there. So if a woman lived at home with her mom, 28 years old, knows what she wants to do, so you're pretty much saying she's ambitious, has drive, doesn't look for handouts, right? So and that could be both ways, right? So that could mean that she doesn't accept your help. So when you try to help it, that might be a negative down the line, right? Like, I'm trying to help you, and she's like, no, I don't need your shit. Part of my language.
What?
40 Central. It's 40 Central.
All right, I apologize.
Fuck Zay.
I'm apologizing for
Fuck
my
Zay.
apology. Fuck Zay. Yeah. So when you say that, like, would that attract you? A 28-year-old,
Honestly,
she got a job, she's educated, college
now
grad.
it depends on what are you doing with your life at that time. You know what I mean? It's like some women or men, because like we have, like, I know people that are guys that live with their parents still. You know, but like, you're doing things with your with your life. You know what I'm saying? But
So you just started the trucking and logistics, or
Yeah.
you got the new contract. What type of woman, or how would you have wanted her to respond to your good news?
that's great news. You know, it's like so what's next? You know, asking questions like what's next. So basically, it keeps that on top of my head.
So somebody who's forward driven.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna pause there. Go ahead, JT. Tell me your top 3.
Wait, does mama cook when I go over?
Say that again.
Does mama cook when I go over?
Like her mom or your
Yeah,
mama?
her mama.
I don't know what the hell you're
I'm
talking
good.
about.
If she's 28 living at home with her mother, like, is she cooking when I get there?
Oh, okay.
I don't think the mom is gonna cook for you.
You want to date the mom too?
I'm gonna date the food.
Oh, okay. That's some fast
date
shit.
the
Go ahead, JT.
So I'm in a relationship. So for me, I guess I'll speak on what I have. If that's good for your question.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right, cool. So I mean, I'm lucky. I think I got a phenomenal girlfriend.
That's awesome. Shout out to her.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to her.
She ain't.
And one of the things that attracted me the most was her intelligence. Like,
Pause right there. When you say intelligence, are you talking about just her knowledge, or like how she articulates herself, or a combination of the both?
combination of the both.
Okay.
Because intelligence is not just how you speak. It's shit. I met her in high school, so it's grades.
So
that was the
high school sweethearts.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Definitely. And
Have you been with her since high school?
Yeah. And the thing that attracted me the most immediately was her intelligence. The fact that she was ambitious. She always wanted more for herself and for her family, and it's still like that. So I think that is what. So those are the top 2 things that keeps us.
So I could flip the question to cater to your situation.
Go ahead.
So the question I would say is, in what 3 ways do you feel like you communicate or you connect the best?
I think via conversation. I think we definitely connect. We have some really good conversations where we disagree a lot. And I think that's healthy that we can disagree and still always connect back to the bigger picture of what our mission is together. So conversation, I would say ambition, and top 3 things that we connect.
It's a different type of podcast today, baby.
I would say conversation, ambition, and dedication. The will to not want to give up, I would say.
That's awesome. That's great. We're gonna touch on some of that a little bit more, but I want to just bounce around.
I'm gonna piggyback on that conversation. I like when we could talk. Like, we got, like, when I first got with my girl, like, we didn't even watch TV. We just talked for like hours. Like, I need somebody to, like, pick my brain sometimes. So I give you that. I like somebody who's spontaneous. Like, yo, let's do something. Those are like my top 2. My other one probably would be, I don't know. Those are the real 2.
That's fine.
For.
It's all right. It's
not an easy question.
It's not homework.
No,
Zay,
this is the reason why I say, yo, what's the question? He said, I'm not texting you.
That's real, because it's not an easy. All right. It's an easy question, but it's not an easy question because it's not really something that you think about a lot.
Yeah.
It's just you accept it for what it is.
But there's no wrong answers neither.
There
so.
isn't. There's no wrong answers.
There's wrong answers.
No, I mean, there's no wrong answers on your part, but like.
No. There's wrong answers on my part.
But
I could have definitely.
It can end relationships too. So.
Exactly. But like I'm saying, I gotta be able to talk to you. Like, I have to be.
You gotta be real.
And my third one would be I need somebody that knows how to push me. like, or wants to see me succeed and all that, like, and knows what I want to do, and like, yo, we got this. Like that's
What does that push look like for you? So
Me
when
personally?
you say something like, what would that woman sound like trying to motivate you?
I don't know. That comes with whatever I'm doing.
But
That has
let's
to-
use 40 Central as an example. How if you were brainstorming about another episode next week, episode 50, which is gonna be a dope episode.
It is, man. We got somebody for that too. We talk about that at the end.
So if you were brainstorming for that and you just hit a wall and you was like, man, I can't do this shit right now. How would that encouragement look from her perspective?
Just throwing me ideas.
So bounce kind of being that ideal wall.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Zay,
Yeah.
what about you?
I think I could take like pieces of each, but I just want to like focus on one. And for me, I'm really big on just like communication, but like, can we enjoy our time together, regardless of if we partying, if we just home? Like, I don't want to be in a house and you in your room and I'm in my room because we don't like connect at all. So for me, it's like we in the house, we could watch shows together, we could talk about whatever. Like, it's just that. Like, I'm big on that.
So it's
Time.
crazy because going into it, I kind of knew exactly what everybody was gonna say, and I even told Fred in the car, I was like, you know what? I bet you I'm gonna ask this question to them, and none of them are gonna even talk about physical.
I mean, we
connection.
could have.
No, but you didn't. Why didn't y'all minds go there? Is it not important, the physical aspect of a relationship?
I mean,
Do
it
you
is. I mean, I think the physical is what attracts you first, but what you could get a girl that is attractive and she's fucking
No, not
horrible,
appearance. Remember, we're talking about connection, right?
Yeah, but
Attraction
he's
is a
talking about
different
sexual.
element.
You
I'm
talking about
talking about-
sexual attraction?
Physical, I would say intimacy. I don't consider the word intimacy and say like it's sexually based. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Intimacy are the moments in which we become one, right? So whether we're cuddling on a couch, whether
But I
we're holding hands,
But I also think that you're beginning, you're communicating, and she's showing you that, like me, like spontaneous shit or whatever. That makes me want to be intimate. So it's not like my first thing. I don't think about being intimate with you.
it wasn't in your first two. It wasn't in anybody's.
But it doesn't make me think about that immediately. Like, of course, the physical is gonna attract me, but if I can't talk to you after that, like I'm just getting.
Go ahead,
So
Kev.
if you would have asked me when I was 20 years old, it would have been a whole different story.
Possibly.
So you
Said a big old ass.
No, so that's great. That's great. So you're saying as you progressed and matured in life, the physical connection with the person is not as important to you as it once was?
Say that again.
So as he's saying pretty much like when you asked me if you asked me when I was 20, I would have said, physical connection. Pardon me. This mic is getting a beating today. But yeah, so he's saying as he matured and got older in life, the physical connection with a significant other became less important.
I disagree with that though.
Okay.
I think physical always has to be there. Like, if you be with somebody and then eventually like the physical is gone, like you gotta work that out. Like you have to find where the physical comes from again. Like,
So let's touch on just for people whose love language, right, out of the 5 love languages is physical touch, because there are a lot of people. The people in the room, is physical touch one of your love languages? No? Yeah. So we have one person in the room who anybody else? Physical touch? No?
Nah.
So
I don't even know, man.
So we have one person. You don't even know your love. You want to figure them out?
We tried.
What are the 5 love languages?
We tried.
Physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and I'm missing one. Physical affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and I'm missing one. I feel like
we tried to find one. I don't know what the fuck mine.
I feel like I should have known this off the top of my head.
Got you.
Physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service,
So-
quality time.
While he looks
And
it up-
gifts. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
gifts,
Gifts is
gifts.
the least important to me, so that's why I don't remember. And
Me
gifts.
too.
So those
I
are your 5. And you said you guys tried and just couldn't figure it out.
Me and you tried and couldn't
Oh,
figure
yeah,
it
that
out.
Communication is everything too.
Say it again.
Communication is everything too.
Communication is everything. But so all right. So I will say this: when you and your significant other are going through problems, how do you open up that communication? Like, has communication always been a positive area in your relationships or your relationship?
Yeah.
It's always been positive. So,
No, yeah.
Hell no.
because you're effective at communicating.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you guys?
Hell no.
No.
Yeah, I'm terrible at communication. Like if she gets me tight, I automatically shut down. Like I don't want to talk to you. Like I need my space to
So you internalize a lot. You need that
I
time.
need the time to compress everything, gather my thoughts, and she hates that. She hates it because she wants to address it in the moment.
She also said
But-
hers is gifts. Hers is gifts.
My love language, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You better buy her something.
Yeah, like, but I do. Like, if I go to the store, I know she loves Hershey almonds, so I'll get. You know, it doesn't have to be like.
It's not about the price of the gift.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the
It's just
thought.
about the fact that
Yeah.
I thought of you.
Mm-hmm.
Hershey almonds is good though.
That's my
gift.
favorite. Yeah.
Shit.
But
So it's clutch.
to answer your question, I forgot what I was saying. Communication.
Mhm.
I'm terrible at that because I would like to address it after like my emotion calms down. And I think sometimes that can cause friction because she wants to address things in the moment. But I'm just not like that.
So would you say that would you say that? So for that point in case right there where you like to shut down, would you say that communication is an area in which opposites truly attract? Because if both of you guys shut down, then nobody's talking, right? Or you're talking after the fact. What would your preference be in that realm? Would you prefer somebody and no shot to your girl? So I'm obviously you're happy in your relationship. So let's not talk about it from that context. But would you prefer if you did get to that moment where you shut down and she was just like, okay, we'll talk about it later. Would that be okay? Or would it throw you off because she's not trying to pull that answer out of you?
If the role was reversed and she did what I do,
Or no, she just accepted it. So you shut down and she said, okay.
And she shut down.
Would that
also.
show? Would you feel like she doesn't care at that point?
Nah, not. I think if after I calmed down and then I tried to bring back the conversation and then she was like, nah, then I'd be a little concerned because that's not normal. Like usually, like she'll let me have my space. I'll calm down.
No, he's saying
that's
that's
like,
what if that was normal?
what you mean? Oh, is that what you said?
No,
Yeah.
you're right. He's answering it right.
Oh.
Damn, boy.
I thought you were saying if they was both the same. Like
wait your turn.
No, I'm saying if she accepted that part of him and didn't want to and just allowed the conversation not to be had.
Then I think it would create a problem, but not because of the way, not because of that of what you're saying, but because the situation will never get addressed. So now we're both internalizing whatever issue was that happened, and we both have our different interpretations of how that situation should play out. So if that's never addressed, then I think that's the reason for the problem, but not the action of her not saying anything, if that makes sense.
Okay, so one of my next episodes on Eva's Guide to Love, which is dope, is how do you recognize that you're in a healthy relationship? Right, and I don't expect you to answer that, right? So I'm just gonna see if you agree with me. So the first, I know, no, it's deep. And we're gonna get deeper, and we're gonna get more controversial. I'm just laying down foundation right now because I want to talk about real topic. I'm setting it up because I'm gonna talk about real topics that's gonna upset women. I'm gonna talk about
This
real
is a
topics
dangerous episode.
that's gonna upset men. Yeah, so be careful. Choose your words.
This is a dangerous episode.
Let's do it.
So when I think of a healthy relationship, the first thing that I think of, or my foundation for, like, if somebody said, how do I know I'm in a healthy relationship? My rule is that it allows space for other things. You get what I'm saying? So let me elaborate on that, right? When you first get into a relationship, you're in this sweet honeymoon phase, and it's like you kind of go ghost, right? You don't talk to your friends for a couple of months or whatever the case may be. You kind of living in that bubble, right? It doesn't allow space for any. You kind of you end up mirroring who you're with, right? So you stop going out with your friend. You stop doing the things that separated you and made you an individual, right? But those same things nowadays have been considered almost unrealistic in a relationship. Like your significant other in unhealthy relationships kind of doesn't want you to venture off too far, where trust is almost only an element if somebody's in arm's reach, right? So if I can't feel you, I don't trust you. And that's what relationships have been there. So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you believe is a way that you always constantly keep in mind with that rule that you're keeping your relationship in a healthy space and not overcrowding each other? Like, how do you allow yourselves to be individuals in your own relationships and still pursue your other tracks of life?
Oh, y'all want me to go first?
Is this too deep? Do you
Nah,
want?
I'm just trying. I'm giving
I'm
people
giving everybody
opportunity
Okay.
to answer.
Actually, I like the topic because I'm in like
Into the
a
mic,
new
into the mic.
a new relationship.
That's perfect.
So, like, obviously, we like spend a lot of time together. But I'm not open, but like I tell her like if her friends hitting her up, like you could go have fun. Like I'll do something else, and like it doesn't bother me if she goes out, has fun with her friends, and either like she stay home or I meet up with her later. Like I'm perfectly fine with that. And at this point, like she lets me go out, so like we there.
She lets him come to work.
Yeah, well, yeah. I come to work, but like she gives me my own time also. So like I like that. If she was up my ass, like yo, eventually I'm gonna get tired of it. So I'm glad that me and her are like how we are, even though we still spend a lot of time together. But
And that's great because you're in a new relationship. You have the opportunity to really set a foundation that can allow you to be successful in the future. I feel like so many relationships fail because they don't stick or they don't remember the foundation, right? So like when people talk, I'm not sure. Have you ever gotten into a argument or a conversation with your significant other or a girl that you're dating and be like, yo, when we first met, we did X, Y, and Z, and we don't do that no more. And their comeback or something would be like, well, that's when we first met. We've spent a lot of time together. There's a lot of things that have happened in between that, right? But the rule of relationships is that you fall back on your foundation, right? One of the strongest rules about any relationship that I always preach is that in a relationship, it only gets worse. It's the rule that you hear me preach a lot, and there's a lot of controversy where they'll be like, "Oh my God, like what kind of romance consultant is that?" Where they're preaching that love only gets worse, but it's true. You have to think about life in the perspective of the person that you're with, you're spending 365 days with, right? So you may find them beautiful 365 days, 10 years down the line, but you might not find them shockingly beautiful anymore, like you did when you first met them, if that makes sense. When you first met somebody, you might even told your friends, like, bro, she's bad, bad. Like, but 10 years down the line, you're not telling your friends like, yo, she's bad, bad, right? It's not the common language that you hear in relationships, right? But for Zay, for example, he has this element, this foundation with somebody that he newly dated where she's able to go out with her friends, he's able to go out with his friends. And I urge you to keep that going, right? Because as soon as there's a creep of insecurity in there, that's going to change. And that's when the problems occur, right? So I'm going to ask you, Zay, are you an insecure person?
nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
What about you, Jay?
I like that. What he said.
But are you an insecure person?
Oh, nah, not at all.
JT?
Not at all.
Insecure. I don't think so.
Insecurity goes deep. So I mean, there's like many different levels of insecurity.
So yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
No. I know. I'm just saying, there's many different levels. There's many different levels of it. I mean, insecurity can come in many different forms.
You about to list them?
So you want like an example?
No,
I'll
I
give you an
mean,
example.
no, like what, like
I'm gonna give you an example.
most guys wouldn't want their girl hanging out with guy friends.
How do you
You know
feel
what I'm
about
saying?
that subject?
I don't mind. Just don't mind when I do it. I'm saying when I hang out with my girlfriends.
Would you say that's retaliative?
No, it's not retaliating.
Retaliative?
I
No.
think it is
Go ahead. And why do you say that?
because in a relationship,
Exactly.
that too. But I think in a relationship, it shouldn't be like you did this, so I
Tit
do
for
this.
tat.
Like that's not. If I'm comfortable with you chilling with your guy friends, that's me. If you're not comfortable with me doing the same thing, then that's on you, and we'll work to fix it. But I'm not gonna like purposely do it just.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
because
say
you
No,
can't
it's not
share with
purposely. It's not purposely. I make it clear from the jump. You get what I'm saying? Make it clear from the jump. It's not like no out of nowhere that I got this person hanging out with this person and make you suspicious about it, you know? But it's like a most women are competitive with women. You get what I'm saying?
Of
So
course.
most women are competitive. So if you have a girlfriend and your friend looks better than her and she feels that way, she'll get insecure about it most times.
So you bring me to a good point. So the element that you're preaching on, which I just want to make sure I say it right, so correct me if I don't,
right,
is you're saying that what you accept, she has to accept, right? So if she's hanging out with a male friend, then she has to accept the fact that you hang out with female friends.
Yes, nigga,
Wanye said niggas ain't keeping it a stack, man. Keep it a stack. Let's go, man.
We gonna get deep.
Nah,
we gonna talk about some things.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go ahead. I'm
You
sorry.
gave us all these questions. We didn't get none of your answers.
It's not about me. This is we're not talking about me. But so let's dive in a little deeper. So if she hangs out with her male friends, right? Let's talk about just dating. You guys have just started dating. And she hangs out, or she asks you the question and says, "Hey, do you mind if I hang out with my male friends?"
We're dating.
Or you're in a relationship, whatever, 6 months, 3 months, whatever
you don't have
say.
to describe that as male friends.
So you don't care. So
No,
the word
I personally don't care.
Wait, so you don't care, but
so
what bothers you if she cares?
I got a scenario. For
No,
you.
no, because if you attack me with things I don't care about, then I'm gonna start nitpicking on you.
No, but
because
that's interesting.
and this is when a relationship gets tainted.
So I'm not knocking you, right? I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is that it's not full transparency from my perspective. But if that is for your perspective, then that's fine. So if she says, "Hey, I'm going to my friend's house 1:00 in the morning," and that friend just happens to be a guy, and you find out later, that won't bother you. But if you turn around,
it's built on trust, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you turn around and go to a female's house at 1:00 in the morning and it bothered her, is she wrong? Because that is a boundary
she's
for her.
Wrong.
I don't think that's a boundary. Though.
No, she's wrong. Yeah,
that's
she's wrong.
interesting.
I don't
she's
think
wrong.
she's wrong.
I won't say you're wrong, right?
Because if I'm not minding about it for you, because I trust you, so why don't you trust me? If you don't trust me, that means you're doing something wrong.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, if you don't trust me, you're not doing something wrong. Because if you could do it, why can't I do it?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that as people.
We about to put the other seats over here.
I'm not saying you're wrong, right? I would never say you're wrong with how
the back panel.
I would never say you're wrong with how you're explaining your ideology in your own relationships, right? I won't say you're wrong. What I'm gonna challenge and say is that you're presuming that her triggers are similar to yours. And so what if what you're doing is completely separate? It triggers her in a different way. Then how could you not understand that she says, "Yo, the last person I was with, I gave him that trust and he burned me." And then she comes back to you. She articulates that calm. The last person I was with, I gave him that trust and she burned me. And now I have a hard time with you going to females' houses. You can hang out with them at the bar.
She's not ready to move forward. She's not ready to move forward.
What do you think, JT?
Hold on. We got a couple of people in here, man.
She ain't ready to move
we really.
If you gotta have, if you're gonna bring your experiences from your previous relationship,
no comments.
If you're gonna bring in whatever experience you have from a previous relationship, you're not ready to move forward.
That's almost let me say this. So do you not believe that you learn?
Some people need to be single for a little while to actually find themselves.
I have a good question for you.
Not jump into another relationship.
So here's the question. What if with your ideology, what do you take from your past relationships if you're not taking the lessons and the trials that you've experienced, right?
Yeah.
So what do you take from it? Do you say that with every new relationship you wipe clean your ideology and the profile that you've built for relationships?
I say basically like whatever you learned in your previous relationship, you remember that, but not everybody's the same. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody's the same. So whatever experience you had in your previous relationship doesn't mean that this relationship that you got going on forward is going to be the same exact way. You get what I'm saying? So you might have an ex-girlfriend that had nothing but guy friends, and she would get like a bukkake going on or something. You know what I mean? She might have whatever going on, but doesn't mean that the girlfriend you have now that has guy friends is gonna be doing the same exact thing. So you can't build your insecurities from the previous relationship into your acting relationship. It just doesn't suit that because she may not be that way. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you just have to observe who you're dealing with. And if you have that mentality, that you're not ready to be in that relationship because you shouldn't be tainting her and bringing in your negative energy into her relationship, into her life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not fair. It's basically, I think it's more selfish, personally.
It's an interesting perspective. JT, what was your example?
I'm gonna hit that point real quick because I feel like with bringing in things that happened from a past relationship into the new one, I feel like that doesn't really happen a lot purposely. So to say that you have to be ready for a relationship, I don't think that there's really a moment that you could say I'm ready for a new relationship where you're never going to bring baggage from your past ever again because your past is a part of who you are. So I think that's always going to come up in a relationship. That's just my response to that. But to go to your original question though, about insecurity, I would say probably, yeah. I think I am a little insecure in the sense of, and I'll give a real situation. A few years ago, we were in college and she has a best friend, right? And this was long distance at the time. So I'm in one state, she's in another. And they took a picture together that I found was just a little too much, right? It was on social media, whatever. So I asked her, I said, can you take it down? And at that moment, I felt like I was being very insecure because I didn't respect her and her relationship with her best friend. That's your best friend. And if I trust you, I should trust you. But I feel like in situations like that, at the time, we don't really internalize that as insecurity. We look at it as like we almost have to, in a way, police our relationship, like you were saying, like with fairness. Like if I can't do it, then you can't do it either. But maybe I don't have that relationship with a woman best friend,
right?
So where I could take a picture of like her sitting on my lap and it's perfectly fine, right? So I think yes, to answer your question, I think we all have little insecurities, and I think that as men, we don't address them because we don't internalize it as insecurity. We may look at it as something different.
It's an interesting perspective. I mean, I appreciate you for sharing and being transparent with a real story. That's tough in general, right? I like what both of you guys said in that realm, right? So I want to touch just a little deeper, and we're gonna keep getting a little deeper every time I touch.
You know, after all this, we have to ask you these exact questions. I'm not gonna. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. You're the guest.
I'm gonna talk on it on Eva's Guide to Love. Y'all tune in every week, and I'm talking about these things,
man.
right?
We got to put another one out too, man.
So let's talk about what you said about jail. Like you're almost policing your relationship, right? Have you ever felt like your relationship was almost imprisoning you, like preventing you, or you've been in relationships that were imprisoning you, like preventing you from growing?
Yes.
Like where you're almost like if you wanted to do something, you weren't even saying like, hey, I'm going to the bar.
Yes. Triple yes for Justin.
Yes.
Like I'm not
quadruple yes. Yes.
Right.
But it's like
keep going. Whatever you say, I'm gonna say yes.
All right. So let's do it. Where it's
I'm gonna say yes for him.
You're not saying like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bar with JT. You're saying like, hey, do you mind if I go to the bar with JT? When you're going out, do you ask or are you alerting? What's the proper way in a relationship? Are you supposed to ask or do you alert?
I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah. I'm going out with my man. Jake. You good with that?
And what if she said no?
I'm like, why?
Probably, yeah. Why can't I go? Like, what's up? Like, what's wrong? I'm probably still gonna go, but I'm letting you know that I'm going. But I will bring it up to your attention.
Go ahead, Kev.
I think it's a little different. It's like in between. It's like
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but it's like a different approach on both angles. So it's like if I'm already outside, let's say if I'm coming home from work, and Justin was to hit me up like, "Yo, you want to go grab a drink?" I'll give her a call, say, "Hey, I'm gonna get a drink with Justin." But if I'm home with her, and Justin hits me up like, "Yo, you want to grab a drink?" I'll ask her. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like so. It's a little bit of both.
And what if she said no? Like, I'm not comfortable with that tonight. Or
So-
are you going out a little bit
So
too
we're
much?
gonna have a little live debate.
No, a little bit.
We have a lot of live debate.
But then
I
I think
pull
you
out
know when
the
a little
book
bit
of
too much.
Book of James.
Going out a little bit too much.
I pull out the Book of James and
Some people don't realize
Book of
You're
James.
right.
what they be
I
doing.
pull out the Book of James and that's it.
Listen,
James
I've
gets
had
you right.
times where I've been going out a little bit too much and I didn't notice, and she got to sit me down like, "Yo, you're going out a little bit too much," and I had to slow it down.
Have you ever felt like possibly like you were catfished by the girl you're in a relationship? Like she, like years down the line, she wasn't the same person.
Yes.
Like she kind of tricked.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
just know that my answer is yes for now.
you get catfished once you start living with them.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you start living.
Okay. So, in what ways did you feel like you were catfished? Like, what did she do in the beginning that when you moved in with her, it was just not the same? Go ahead, talk about it. Don't hold it back.
So I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it next. She was this cleanly woman.
Clean.
Yeah. I mean, she was like really clean when we didn't live together. Once we lived together, you know, it was just like everything was thrown around. And you actually get to see who this person is. You don't know a person until you live with them. So you could be in a 10-year relationship, but if you never live with this person, you don't know how this relationship is really gonna go until you live with this person.
Everybody agree with that?
I don't agree with that.
Go ahead.
I feel like anytime you change your environment, you can change. That's like I'm not gonna be the same person that I was growing up in the projects that I was in college.
Mhm.
My dynamics may change or mold me to be a different person. So now that doesn't mean that I'm being catfished. Is that this person is now evolving to a different person, probably because of that environment. Now, I think when it comes to whether or not you love this person, you have to be able to identify if that sacrifice of waiting for this person to evolve is worth it.
Mhm.
That's just my opinion.
Go ahead, Justin.
Preach.
Nah, I'm right with him.
Zay, anything?
Nah, I'm gonna.
But my answer is yes for everything. Yes, and fuck that. Yes,
I
yes.
laid down some foundation. Now I kind of want to touch on a more raunchy kind of shit
Let's
because
get-
it's
All right,
where
let's
we're
get
going.
serious.
All right, let's get juicy.
I want to talk love for a minute. Now let's
Oh,
talk about real
damn.
shit. I'm gonna ask this question. I want to go down the line and see if there's any opinion. I just want to get everybody's opinion, right? So I want to ask this: do you feel like under any circumstance there is a reason why you would understand why somebody cheated on somebody?
Yes.
That's for everything.
Yes.
Down the line.
Zay,
Zay, let's start with you. No, let's go with Zay.
I think
Would you ever understand why somebody cheated on their significant other?
I think I can understand why like people cheat on each other. I don't think I would understand like why like if somebody cheated on me, I don't think I would be able to like process that. But I understand like why people cheat and shit.
My turn.
Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead. Why? What's the reason that you would understand?
I will understand if a girl cheated on me.
Yeah, speak from that perspective. Not
Yeah,
you
yeah.
speak, but
No,
somebody
no.
cheating on you.
On me personally, like if it's been a while and you telling me this is what I need, this is what I need, and I don't do it, and then like I'm making you unhappy and you unhappy in a situation, then if somebody's gonna do it, it doesn't have to be you, it doesn't have to be, but somebody is gonna want to give that girl what you got.
But break up with me then. The fuck.
I agree.
So
You
we're
just
gonna
go cheat on me.
agree.
and
I want
I
you to
agree.
hold that thought.
I
No,
agree.
Zay,
Break up with me.
Zay, I want you to hold that
But
thought
then
because I'm
you
gonna
could say
talk
the
about
same
it. So
for
just
you
hold
though.
it for a minute. I'm gonna
But
grab
you
it
could
in a
say the
minute.
same for a guy. Like why cheat if you could just break up with her then?
It's different, right?
It's not
But
different.
guys
It's
don't
listen,
cheat
it's
for
not
the
different. It's the
reason.
same.
Guys don't
Both
cheat.
of us like
I'm-
to fuck. Women love to fuck.
Listen to
Men
me.
love to
Listen to
fuck.
me. I'm
But
gonna
same
grab
shit.
that topic in a minute.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna
cool.
grab it and we're
So
gonna
what I'm
piggyback
saying
off
is,
of that
if
ideology.
she's not giving me something and I go out and cheat, and I'll be sorry, or maybe I won't, but I understand why I did that. If I'm not giving you something and we beefing for a long time, and it's like we at that place where we don't know where we at, and you go out and suck some dick, I can't even stop you.
Damn, why you gotta go with the dick sucking?
Damn,
That's like the most.
I can't
That's where it
stop you.
hurts.
I,
You out
bro,
here
I said
going
it.
to pound town.
Hurts the most.
Listen, I've said it on this podcast, bro. Like,
Yes,
I do not
yes.
care if you go out and suck some dick. Listen, the reason why I do not care if you go suck some dick, because I can't stop you. and you know right from wrong. You're a grown ass woman. You know right from wrong. I know right from wrong. If I go out and go do the same shit, I know where the fuck I did wrong. And if that comes back to me and I find out, then it will be my decision, yes or no, fix it or not.
I want you to hold on to Zay's point where he said just leave me, but I want JT to touch on his point of view on this.
How would I feel? Like, what was the question again? Like, if a girl cheated on me?
Yeah, is there any reasoning or logic behind it in which you would understand why somebody cheated on you? Or somebody cheated?
I'm dope.
Or cheats in general.
Oh, she cheats in general. Is it understandable?
So you feel like you're not cheatable? Like there's no reason why any woman would want to cheat on you?
I'm dope.
That's dope. I love it. That's confidence. Go ahead, Kev.
I mean, I have to go with JT on that one.
You're a dope person. You can't see it.
Huh?
You can't see it.
Man, I'm dope as shit too, but I know I'm somebody gonna cheat on me. Man.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like I don't understand why they would cheat on me.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah, I've been cheated.
Have you ever been told why?
No, there's no explanation. No explanation.
It's because you ate the enchiladas.
We're not gonna do it. I'm sorry. We're not gonna do it.
So Zay, to piggyback off of your comment, why didn't she leave you? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficult to understand or wrap your mind around the concept that the dynamics of men and women are different? So I'm gonna ask you a question. For women, do you feel like women pick monkey bar for a better expression, which means that if they're in a relationship and they're holding on to one nigga, they'll swing forward and hold on to the next nigga, and if he don't feel so good, they'll probably go back and hold on to this. I feel like where men and women differ in some cases, maybe this may be a maturity thing, is women most likely would leave a relationship with somebody else in mind. Mm-hmm. Where I feel like a man would leave a relationship and know that he has options out there, essentially, right? Yeah. So why wouldn't she leave you, right? I say she would be monkey barring you, right? She's holding on to you, filling out this nigga, and if he don't feel too good, she's gonna swing back and hold this one. But if he does, then she'll take that next step, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe in that?
I do.
That concept? Do you think women monkey bar and men don't?
I definitely agree. I agree with that.
This guy's like Confucius.
Man, nah, fuck that.
You think men monkey bar too?
I think we monkey bar too.
So I don't think men monkey bar.
I think we do. I think that men do.
I think we go down a slide.
So you would swing from one relationship to the next one without any break, no singleness, no nothing? Is that a word? Is singleness a word? It's a word now.
Sounds good.
It sounds good.
But no.
So then you don't monkey bar.
But you have somebody in mind, though. If you cheat on that person, you're cheating with that person.
No. See,
like I know that men goes for sex. Like they could go out and fuck something, and they don't even be like a 7, and you're like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna fuck today.
So I think what you're saying is different.
But I'm saying if I'm consistent, like if I'm consistently fucking the same girl, I do like her.
That's not true.
That's not true. How is that true?
That means she's available for you to have sex with her.
I have a rule, and when it comes to men, and it's like even the ugliest girl gets a call when the other ones don't answer. You know what I mean? Like it's the mind state of a man. So where I say like where men and female differ is like as a man, and I don't know if y'all guys are gonna just outright agree with this or not, but I'm gonna say it. I'll say it for everybody. So. Is you kind of always know as a man who you could call at any point and fuck. Like you always have that one person, whether or not you talk to them or have spoken to them in years, you just know where your vibe left off and which way you could pick it up.
So you don't feel women have that?
I didn't say that. Where I said is you're expressing options, where I'm saying a woman can jump from one relationship to another without seeing any problem with that, right? Like I have a rule where it's like when you break up with somebody, you should be single for at least 9 months because after a long term or even a
that's what I said earlier.
You said that earlier, which is perfect.
Yeah,
you should be single for that period of time, right? There are exceptions, right? There are exceptions where you hit it off with somebody and you knock it out the park, but we're not talking about the exceptions to the rules. But when you're in a relationship, you're reflecting somebody, whether you see it or not. You know what I mean? You're kind of tailor making your personality and who you are to accommodate for who you are with. And no matter how long you're in that relationship, you do lose a sense of individuality because the unhealthy parts of a relationship would require you to bend and adapt your own personality to try and make something work that is failing. That's logic, right? If you're invested in a relationship, there's nobody I know that has been invested in a relationship and then has turned around off the first argument or the first thought of this is not it and just say, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean? So you're gonna bend, you're gonna turn yourself to try and make something work that is ultimately failing, right? I watched the movie and what they said if you've been together with somebody for 4 years, you've really been breaking up for 2. Like that's how long you're trying to make a relationship work in essence, right? So when I look at the dynamics of a female, and I'll give you a better example. If you were a four night a week kind of fuck type of nigga, right? So you only like to fuck 4 times a week, for example, and your girl was a 7 or 8 time a week type of person, would you? And so when you satisfy your quota, would you believe that her being dissatisfied makes her feel good, or does it, or she is accepting it like, oh well, you know, I really want to have more sex, but he doesn't want to have more sex with me, so I'm just gonna accept that and change who I am? Or do you feel like those feelings don't go anywhere?
She's not going to change that.
She's not gonna change.
She's not going to change that.
So do you think that sexual
Women know what they want.
So would you say that, which is the area of the conversation in the beginning that we never touched on, would you say that sexual compatibility is a must in order to be in a relationship?
It is a must.
Yes?
It is.
Absolutely. So then why, when I asked you about connections, that wasn't one of your top 3?
Because you asked what was most important.
It is important, right?
You said what was most important. Hold on. You said what? Hold on.
Those are the 3 most important.
You said what was most important to us,
But I'm asking.
not to them.
He's asking us.
I'm asking you. Okay, so let's flip the script. Say you want to fuck every night
We were
a week.
explaining what we want.
Say you want to fuck every night a week, and she only wanted to do it 3-4 times a week. What do you do with those extra 3?
Beat off.
Bang Bros.
But
Roxy Reynolds.
but
Beat off.
Bangbros.com.
does the feeling go anywhere, right? Because there's no way that you're gonna tell me, and I appreciate porn more than the average motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Porn
I go to the
relationships.
Exotica conventions. You know what I mean? Like I do this. This is what I do. So would you say? So I know for a fact that that's not gonna satisfy the intimacy that you have with another person, right? So would that inspire you to cheat if that's just the dynamic of your relationship?
No.
Or would you end that relationship?
No, I wouldn't end the relationship. I wouldn't.
So you would adjust your sexual preferences to match hers?
Yeah. See, but us guys can.
You feel like guys can adjust it more easily than women?
Yeah.
So if a woman,
If it's to have more sex, I think it's easier. I think if it's to have less sex, then I don't think that adjustment is as easy as it sounds.
have you ever got into an argument with your girl, wanted to have sex, and they said no?
Argument?
Nah.
Say that again.
Has your girl ever
yeah.
withheld sex because she wasn't happy with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I beat
Zay?
off.
Never?
Nah.
You get the cheeks whenever you want it.
I'm not saying it like that.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. It's like you can do whatever you want. You gonna get the
Yo,
cheeks.
come on, guys. Come on. What?
Are we afraid to
No,
talk about this shit?
No, we speaking about it, but I'm
Alright.
not saying it in like those words. Like I get the cheeks whenever I want.
But no,
like,
you had an argument. She's
I'm
like,
saying
I'm
we
not
can have
fucking
an
you for a
argument.
week.
no, I'm saying we can have an argument and we can still have sex, and it doesn't like fix the issue.
I'm not,
But we still like have sex after that argument, and then tomorrow's another day, and we'll retouch the
Man.
subject.
man, listen.
All right, let's talk. Have you ever been denied sex when you wanted to have sex in a relationship?
Yes.
Probably in the past, yeah.
And how did that make y'all feel? What do y'all do with that emotion?
You go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm heavy on. I'll see
Alright,
you.
fuck it.
I'll see you.
Go to sleep. Turn around. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's interesting. As men, I feel like we're more afraid to talk about this side of conversations, right? Because it's almost a little intimate. It's kind of invasive. So I don't want to push on anybody's
No.
preference,
man.
right? So
They saying Zay lying in the chat.
What am I lying about?
Zay's
They
definitely
saying
lying.
Zay lying.
What am I lying
definitely
about?
They
lying.
saying everybody not being 100 over here, man.
What am I lying about?
So I want to do. I'm gonna step away from the sexuality because this isn't that type of show. But I do want to touch on. I'm gonna give y'all rapid questions. I just want to see what y'all think because I'm gonna lead it into something.
Let's go. I'm
rapid
ready.
questions. Who do y'all think cares about being right or wrong more? Men or women? Who wants to be right more?
Women.
Females.
Women.
Women.
Yeah.
They said it too.
I'll say women.
Women? Okay. Why you like?
Depends on who has the biggest ego.
Okay, conditional.
Women.
Who gets scrutinized or who has more pressure in the world, men or women?
Men.
Women.
I don't know.
Men got a lot more pressure.
Black people.
Men have a lot more pressure.
Men have a
people.
lot more
A
pressure.
lot more pressure.
Yeah.
Men have a lot more pressure.
I think it's okay for a woman to leave in a relationship because she's unhappy, and it's not okay for a man to leave in a relationship because he's unhappy.
That's not true.
Interesting. Why do you feel that way?
Because I don't think it's acceptable for me to say I'm unhappy with her.
Why?
Because society don't give a fuck about that.
Well, who the fuck cares about what society?
But
think,
I'm just
nigga?
saying, like
It's
when
your
you looking out, they
relationship.
say, "Oh, yo, like." No, I'm just. It's,
No, let's go ahead. Speak on it. Let's create it.
if a girl's unhappy, she tells her friend she's unhappy, and it's okay for them to leave us. If we unhappy, oh no, you should fix that. That's how it is. Like it is what it is. Men have to be in something more or less, even though they're unhappy.
I'm not.
Unless, but yes, you. But
JT?
I think there's something to that, but it ties into like a whole bigger thing of just how boys and girls are just brought up. Boys are not supposed to be emotional and stuff like that. So I get what he's saying.
yeah.
But I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know.
Let's bounce it.
Nigga said my mother is always right.
Who do you
Go
think?
ahead, Lon, we see you.
Who do you think gets judged more in society, men or women?
Women are judged. Sadly, they're judged from when they're little girls.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with that.
I agree.
Everybody agree?
Because for women, it's everything. Clothes, everything, hairstyles. It doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
like even women, like as a mother, if your daughter has a bad hair day, just didn't when she was playing outside and her shit got crazy, and you walk around and like, oh, look at that mother, she can do her daughter's hair. Like
Go
it's
to the-
easily like just to scrutinize the lady.
Mother go to the club 2 days in a row. She's the worst.
Yeah.
Like,
And she could just have a vacation, but it's possible.
See, it's so important, I think, for your listeners and for the world for women to understand that men understand as well. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I always say that women get judged the most because they're judged by both men and women. You get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So rather where if he came in looking like a hobo, not to point you out, but I wouldn't judge him. You know what I mean? As a man, but the women will. Where I feel like if a woman came in looking like a hobo, the men and the women in the room would judge her, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk. Who do you think is easier or has an easier time expressing their sexuality?
Men.
I think women. I think women.
I think men.
I think women.
Rap like men can rap about the shit and make money off of it. Like
So you think men rap about sex and make more money than women rapping about sex?
No.
Now,
yes.
no.
I
We
mean,
talking about
Yeah,
today.
no. Now,
today.
no.
Today.
Today,
Society.
no.
Yeah.
Today, women could say, "I could pop my pussy on his mouth all day," and
That's true.
everybody's gonna say it. Before,
Cardi B was just scissoring on stage.
yeah,
That's
and
women's
it was
empowerment.
fine.
you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. But men been doing that forever, saying whatever the fuck they want to say.
Yeah. I think men expressing how much sex they have, the superstars they have sex with, their experiences, like all that stuff is marketable.
Yeah.
At one point, that wasn't marketable for women. You couldn't carry yourself in that manner and expect to have a successful career. Today, I mean, you can do it, but there's only so many women that are doing it successfully. So I don't even know if I could comfortably say that's a lucrative strategy.
How many of them are doing it right now?
So,
you can count on your hand.
But you just talk about musically.
No, I'm talking about in general. Like,
But
even
I was just talking about music,
and I'm
in
talking
that
about even in
aspect.
general. Even
When
on
I heard
Instagram,
the
like,
question-
there's women out there just OnlyFans. OnlyFans is what women just
Expressing
doing
their
whatever.
sexuality.
What women are just doing whatever they want to do, expressing their bodies and it's
Would you
okay.
get mad if your girl had an OnlyFans account?
I will make one with my girl.
No.
man.
You gotta ask him a question.
First of all, I would date a porn star if that's what she was doing at the time that I met her. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would date a stripper
Yeah,
if that's if I met her as a stripper.
But OnlyFans just came out, so basically,
but
like
you're not gonna
it's like if she was a
come on.
bartender and you started dating a bartender, and
But
like,
OnlyFans
and
is not
a
for
lot
sex,
of the
though.
bartenders nowadays, they walk around with their thongs out and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Would you be mad if she had an OnlyFans account a year in a relationship?
It would depend
What is she
on
posting?
what she's posting. Exactly. It depends on the content that she's posting. Like I wouldn't mind, like Justin said, starting OnlyFans together. Like fuck it, let's do it. If I didn't have kids, I would not have minded that element of a relationship. It wouldn't bother me.
I'll start one
If-
right now.
If I knew that we had a very sexual fluid type of relationship, I would not mind. Right? I know couples who are just very sexual in general. Like her sexuality is hers, his is his, and they're just comfortable that way. So it just depends on what we set up as the foundation of our relationship. But a year in, if she wanted to start an OnlyFans and it caught me by surprise that I had a problem, then I would have a problem with it essentially. Yeah. But if
Mitch, you
that
got
was
a
her,
question for him?
Is that to piggyback off that? Is that like a form of insecurity almost though? Like she wants to do this, and I'm gonna tell her no, you shouldn't do it this way. Although it's her platform, she's making her money in her own way. Is that a source of insecurity?
I wouldn't say it's a source of insecurity right away. I would say it depends on how it triggers me in essence, but I would say she would have to explain it in a way that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if she somehow explained it and made it make sense, then I may go with the logic. But the thought process of her, let's just say, playing with her pussy on OnlyFans, it's not just gonna jump out and make me insecure.
Yeah, I'm not cool with it. I'm not insecure, but
I'm not
cool
promoting it. Like I'm not gonna be like, yo, check my girl out on OnlyFans. Like she's
Yeah.
popping that pussy for her. Like I'm not doing all of that. But I'm saying if somehow she made it make sense, right? Like I'll give you an example. If we were both unemployed and we needed to put food on the table and this was her idea, and she said, look, I know somebody who's gonna promo me, like this is gonna be instant money. If it doesn't work, I'll shut it down in a week. Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. I've never encountered it.
I'm like, babe, don't show your face, babe.
But there's no trigger. Like I don't have a
But
trigger there.
Even though you're agreeing with the certain type of like timeline, like you said a week, right? Like why does there have to be an agreement on how long she wants to do it if it's her platform?
Because pussy don't get wet for broke. Like that's the rule that I learned from women in my life. Like pussy don't get wet for broke. So if you just playing with your pussy for two niggas that's paying $25 a month and then OnlyFans is taking $4.95 for the member, then I'm not understanding where your logic is. Like now you just
$50.
yeah, I'll give you the $50 a month. Like if that's what you really want to do.
Yeah.
So she would have to make it make sense. But if I met her and she said, one of my ambitions has always been to start a Pornhub channel. So if I do it in the future, don't be surprised. Then how could I be surprised if that was the foundation that she set when we met?
But I think that
there's no insecurity. To answer your question, I'm not triggered by it, right?
Okay.
Because I've thought about it myself. I spoke to my parents about it. Like I went to them and said, "Yo, if I started doing porn, would you accept that?" And my mom was like, "Look, God gave you a gift. Go for it." My pops was the one who said, "You have a daughter. You ain't doing that." And so that curved that ideology for me. But if she set that foundation, then I won't be surprised. And I'm not instantly triggered by a woman's sexuality. You know what I mean? Like if she posted naked pictures on the internet, I would question more or less what her reason is for giving away the house for free, right? Like I would always think that like, bro, you're valuable. So if she was posting naked pictures on Instagram for free, I would question it. If she felt like monetizing it and had some sort of logic behind it, I might accept it. Because and this is me speaking now, because I do feel like 3-4 years ago, I was a very insecure person because I didn't deal with shit that was in myself. Like I didn't have self-confidence. But now it's kind of like I'm not afraid to lose somebody. And I feel like when you go into a relationship with that mind state, you can wake up every single day and say, I choose you, right? Like how many times do you wake up in a week and actually say that to yourself? Like look to your significant other and say, I choose you every day. Because being in a relationship is a choice, and we forget that. And that's why insecurities stem. That's why we allow ourselves to feel like we're in prison, because we're forgetting that we're choosing. We don't have to be together. That's something that I will say to anybody I'm in a relationship with. We don't have to be together. As soon as you stop choosing me, I'll leave, regardless of what feelings I have, because you made your choice.
And I'm okay with that.
And I'm okay. I don't have a choice. That's her choice. Even if she chooses to say, I'm not with you no more, and I say I still want to be with you, I'm not gonna try and change her mind. Why would I? What I can't be anything other than myself at that point. You know what I mean? So even if she said, you know what, if I can't start my OnlyFans, then this relationship's over. What's your reaction? What are you gonna say?
Shit.
Then it's over, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't change your mind state. But I feel like in relationships, the number one thing that we don't do enough is say every morning when we wake up, I choose you. I'll give you an example, and I'm gonna dive into religion a little bit without.
Hold on. Before
Go
you
ahead.
started, it's shot o'clock.
Shot o'clock.
Hey!
Bro, that's how many.
He said, "I choose you like Pikachu." I gotta go get the alcohol.
All right, so let me keep going.
Okay,
real
keep
quick.
going. I'm gonna go.
I got a point. to
You
what
go,
you
go
said.
ahead, JT. Go ahead. Dive right
So
in.
you think that's what Kanye meant when he said slavery is a choice?
Oh, shit. Well, I feel like that's what Kanye. So it's crazy because when I thought about that topic, when I heard it, I thought about that scene in the Black Panther
Okay.
where Killmonger, where Killmonger said, "When I die, bury me in the ocean
yeah.
with my ancestors," because they knew that death is better than bondage. Like, do I feel like slavery was a choice? Like, no, you were forced to be a slave, so I don't think that that's a choice. Do I think that the alternative was death? Yeah, like I do think that if you weren't happy, which many slaves did, they jumped off the ship. You know what I mean? But I don't think they had a choice. Like when you're talking about killing yourself, that's a mortal sin. You know what I mean? So how could you make a mortal sin and then it's a very touchy subject when you talk. Yeah, that's fine. It's a very touchy subject when you talk about that because it crosses into religion a little bit for me.
Okay. And the reason why I ask that is because I think sometimes with relationships, it's easy to say that it's a choice. Like, yeah, I do choose you, but sometimes in relationships, you may feel like you have the lesser of the two evils is just staying with that person.
What's the other evil?
Because leaving that person can make it worse for all parties involved. So let's just say, for example, if you have kids, right? Some people say like, okay, I have to make this relationship work for the sake of the kids. Is that healthy? Probably not.
I think those people be lying to themselves, though.
Huh?
I think those people be lying to themselves.
What you mean? Into the mic.
Most of the time, because it's plenty of occasions when the parents split and the child could still have a great life. So
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm saying I feel like when two parents tell each other that, they're making up excuses for themselves.
So JC, let's kind of touch on that and dive a little deep on that, right? So I understand what you're saying as far as, you know, especially as a father, I understand what you're saying. Like one of my deepest regrets is having kids and not being there 365 for the ones that I have that I'm not there 365. But one thing I will say is even with fatherhood, right? How many fathers do you think are bad fathers simply because they did not have the choice? Like I know fathers who are great fathers to one or two of their kids because they chose to be that father, but maybe they had a one night stand and got this girl pregnant and the connection didn't bleed through to the child. You know what I mean? And maybe they handle their responsibilities. But I think wherever shot o'clock.
Everybody.
And I did it with the left hand. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
But to touch on what you're saying, to stay in the relationship because you're picking the lesser of two evils, does it sound like a happy situation? Does it sound like a situation you're gonna thrive in?
What was the question?
You know what's crazy to me? And I was talking to Freddie, my cousin, about this.
What was the
I
question
said-
real quick?
He was pretty much saying like sometimes people stay.
Yep. You missed your whole mouth.
He was pretty much saying like people stay in a relationship because it's the lesser of two evils, like versus separating, especially if there's kids involved and stuff like that. So sometimes it's not as easy as just saying like I choose to be with you, right? Like sometimes you stay with somebody out of obligation. And when it comes to kids, we understand that. Like if and let me ask the room. Can I ask the room real quick? If a guy or a female tells you like the only reason I'm in this relationship is for my kids, do you not have just a firm understanding and an acceptance of the person's ideology as to why they're staying in this relationship? It's united. It's like it's justification that's acceptable for all. You know what I mean? So everybody would understand if that was the only reason why, then I would understand. But I have an uncle who had a newborn baby, and he left his wife. He left her like 2 months after, and he had one reason, and he said, "I'm not happy.
Well, I could speak to that.
He said, I worked too hard in my life to not be happy."
I salute that.
And it was no knock to her. She just didn't make him happy.
Mhm.
So is not being happy just enough?
I think so.
But that goes back to what I was saying before.
Go ahead.
Like, but I could say that, man. My daughter about to be 12 this year.
God bless.
I wasn't happy. I was gone in 3 months. Like, it is what it is. It happens.
If that's your only reason to leave a relationship, the only reason you give me is I'm not happy, I would accept it. Regardless if you have kids, regardless of anything, I'm not happy. Because what's more important than that?
Mhm.
How could you show your child happiness if you can't demonstrate
Be
it?
happy.
I'll ask you this question, JT. Do you think a child is most impacted by the things they see?
Absolutely.
So if they don't see their father happy, right? Which you can fake the funk. I know a lot of people who fake the funk. It's only a matter of time till they realize like these people aren't happy. So now you sacrifice so if you're faking the funk, you sacrifice showing your child happiness, but you don't show them love, right? They don't ever have a demonstration of what love is. Like sometimes when I look at women and I look at men and they're like, oh, this person does that, this person does this. I say, well, do they have an example of love? Do they have grandparents that stood together for 30 years through the storm? Do they have parents that stood together or are they making this shit up as they go, right? I feel like in relationships, your first 5 years is on the job training. You're still getting to know somebody within the first 5 years. You don't even really know them. You learn so much after 5 years because you learn habit, you learn pattern, you learn repetition, right? If your girlfriend comes home and she showers every night at 9 o'clock, the day she comes home from work and showers at 6, you're gonna be like, that's different.
Yeah.
If that's all you knew for 5 years, you know what I mean? So being creatures of habit, I feel like one, we have to have the example of love, right? Because that's a habit that we're gonna try to continue, right? That example is so deep in us that we sometimes respond in ways that our parents once did or our example of love once did. You know what I mean? Like if I see, for example, if I see that family or alcoholics run deep in my family, I might not drink at home, right? Which is a real example. Like I feel like alcohol is a vice in my family that too many people use. So if you go into my house, you'll never see alcohol, right? If I see that my parents are happily in love for 30 years, understanding that there are seasons, right? There are going to be seasons that last years where there's just unhappiness, but your foundation, right, is clean. My father told me a story one day. He said he went into the program, right? Recovering from drug addiction. He went into the program and he went in kind of looking busty. His shoes were kind of busted up. You know what I mean? He just got into the program and one of the OGs came up to him and said, what size are you? And he said, whatever. And then the guy came and took him to his closet and gave him a fresh pair of shoes. And he said, you see how your whole outfit, your whole look changed because your shoes are clean? He said, if you keep your floor clean, if you keep your foundation clean, the rest of it is automatically going to look better. So I say that with relationships. If you keep your floor clean, your foundation, the reasons why I fell in love with a person, if that is all clean, I know what I fall back on. Because to piggyback on our ideology with relationships before, they only get worse. You know what I mean? Like over time, your relationship is only going to get worse. So if you have a great relationship, then worse can mean good. And then it can go back up to great because you have your foundation. But if you have a bad relationship, it's only going to get worse. I guarantee you that. So you have to make sure your foundation and your core is solid. Just to piggyback off of that, I was watching Darius Daniels from Change Church reciting, right? And he said, and this was great, by the way. So when I get to share it from a religious perspective, I get excited. He said, I went to the doctor because my back was hurting. And when she gave me my diagnosis, she gave me a whole bunch of exercises for my core. And that's what and so he said, he came back and said, as the inquisitive person that I am, I went back to the doctor and said, why, if my back is hurting, are you addressing my core? And she said, because your core is weak is the reason why your back is hurting. So if you address your core, it'll take away the pain in your back. Sometimes people are not addressing their foundation. You're not addressing what's inside, what really drives your relationship. And so you're trying to address every individual point that means nothing. You ever felt like you were arguing about shit that meant nothing?
Yes.
I'm arguing about going out. It means nothing. There's something deeper than that. I'm arguing about why I'm talking to this female on Instagram. It means nothing. There's something deeper than that. We're not addressing the triggers. Why are you triggered because I'm having a harmless communication with a female in my DM? What's wrong? And I can't ask that, right? Because if I blatantly come out and say, why are you being insecure? You're triggered. Now you want to argue. Don't call me. I'm not being insecure, but if I did this, you wouldn't like it, right? If I went to another man's house at 1 a.m. and then I told you you couldn't, you wouldn't like it. But what's the core? Why are you not addressing what's inside? And I feel like in relationships, we do too much of that. We tackle the individual problems, knowing that if we don't address the core, every individual problem is going to bother us. Why are people insecure? Because they don't have self-identity. Why? I'm insecure because I don't know who I am to you. I don't know who I am to me. That's why I'm insecure. I don't know how to address that. How do you address that? You find value. You find value in who you are, right? My girlfriend can never make me insecure so long as I appreciate being single. Does that make sense? Because I like
yeah.
No, understand.
He making y'all think like that. Listen, I want to let you know this right now that everybody is literally just thinking and listening to us. That we have not had a comment.
Understand what I'm saying though. Hold on, because I want to dive.
Everybody's listening, man.
And I want so many people to understand what I'm saying because I mean it. My girlfriend can never make me insecure so long as I love being alone. Do you understand that? Because I'm not afraid of the other side. I'm not picking from the lesser of two evils. She becomes evil and I go back to what I love. But I love you. I love you so much. I'm picking you over something else that I love.
That's deep. I like that.
He's going to use that.
Yeah.
It's true. Let me ask you something.
He's going to use that in an argument, right?
100%.
Because it's real. And what people have to realize is that when we're in a relationship, we're less explosive than we're not unless that person is driving the car with us, right? Some people, and let me say it to the room, do you ever feel like you as a person are so powerful that even when the person you're with is doing nothing, you can carry them to new heights? Like everybody that you're with, you kind of elevate? So I'll touch on that. So yes, I'm sorry. So she said that she said I'm pardon. This shot of clock got me burping like it. So she
11
said,
minutes in from shot o'clock.
So she said
he had three already.
So she said it depends.
I think we should trade Kevin for Kayla. K for K?
I mean, I think you should.
K for
I mean,
K?
He
K for K?
you gotta.
He put it on.
That camera right there.
At this point, we're gonna start thinking you don't change the shirt.
You gotta get Zay off.
Yeah.
You gotta get Zay off.
Zay
Gotta
is
get
never
Zay off.
canceled. Zay's never canceled.
So she said
Gotta get Zay off.
Zay's never canceled. Yeah. Zay's never canceled. That's what that means.
So she said that it depends, right? Because if a person is not ready, then you can't make them go pretty much where they don't want to go or where they're not ready to go, right? But what I was saying is I'm not addressing the person. I'm addressing you. Do you feel like you're such a force in this world that you can carry dead weight? You ever been in a relationship with somebody who's just toxic? They don't want you feel like they're not supportive. They don't want you to succeed, but somehow good things keep happening to you because you're that much of a force that you can carry dead weight to wherever you're going. It may slow you down, but you're so strong that you can carry the dead weight to wherever you're going. So she says that you have your own entity and you're solidified in your identity. So no matter what comes your way or no matter who you're with, you're going to move forward essentially in a relationship. But so my question to everybody is, if you were that strong carrying dead weight, could you imagine how strong you would be with the force that's carrying forward momentum?
No.
No?
I don't think you can imagine it because I think people fear the unknown. And that's why, to go back to what I was saying about the lesser of two evils, that fear of being alone prevents people from leaving relationships, because I may not know who I am. So I'm not comfortable being by myself in my own room, by myself, with my own thoughts, with nobody to attend to.
So do you
That's a
feel,
scary situation for a lot of people.
would you say before you go into a relationship, you should be comfortable being alone?
Should you be comfortable being alone?
Yes.
Kev?
Yeah.
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 You gotta
But I
find
think that's
yourself
easier said
first
than
before you jump into anything.
So so is it safe to say that if a person goes into a relationship with the fear of being alone, they're kind of dooming their relationship going into it right from the back,
so.
because they haven't been secure within them.
They don't know themselves.
I said this in the beginning.
I know. That's why I'm going back to it.
I said this in the
I'm
beginning.
going full circle.
I don't know, because it's like, to say that you have to know who you are before going into a relationship, like,
Not know who you are. We're not saying that. We're saying you should be comfortable being alone.
I think that's almost damn near impossible for a lot of people, because there's so much trauma that a lot of people go through. Like, to say that I'm
And that's-
comfortable being
that's when you have to
alone.
Find yourself.
That-
So, like, what in my logic, in my thoughts, that if you were in a 5-year relationship, you have to take about 2 years to yourself, 2.5 years to find yourself, and get back on track of what you need to do, on what time you lost on. So you have to find yourself, and you shouldn't bring in your past trauma into this next relationship or your active relationship. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say that you should, you should never bring any bad experiences from your past relationship to your next relationship. You should have that. You should have that in your mind. Remember your experience and watch the steps, but you still have to have that trust, because if you want to stop a woman from doing something, you know what I'm saying? You want to stop her from doing something because your past relationship did something wrong in the same steps, that you're not ready for the next relationship.
So you're the perfect person to go ahead, JT. JT
I
has
feel
some
like
thoughts.
that's
Go
so
ahead.
tough. Like to, again, like, being comfortable being alone. Like, you're always in an evolving process, whether you believe it or not. Every day you're evolving some way or somehow. So to say that I know when I'm comfortable being alone, I think that's not easy for most people. I agree.
Yeah, that is not easy.
I agree.
But
I love
is
being
it,
single.
But is it necessary?
Is it
the
necessary?
question.
No,
I love being
because
single.
See, he loves being single, right? So
Yeah.
so which goes back to what I said. Like, for him to enter a relationship, it means that he has to love the person he is with more than he loves being single.
okay, and that's fair. But
Yeah,
is
but
it,
you don't give
me,
yourself that
that's me.
chance if you.
That's
just
how I
like
feel.
That's how you feel.
I'm using that shit.
Because so here's crazy. All right, this is a good question. Fred, this is a good question for you. Everybody in the room, I need all my fellas to answer this.
Honestly, guys,
I want you to say and answer this truth. Would you say one of your weaknesses, whether it's multiple or just a single woman, if there was one of your weaknesses, one thing that could slow you down in life, do you think is women?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two.
I don't think so.
So you feel like you function better with a woman by your side than you function by yourself?
No.
As far as growth, ambition,
No.
progress.
No, I think I'm perfectly fine by myself.
It also depends on the woman, though.
Of course. We're not saying people specific, but I'm just asking if there was one weakness, right? Would you say it's a woman? Would a woman control? Because from birth, in
the
perfect
most part,
situations, your mom in perfect situations, quote unquote, right? I don't want to aggravate anybody. Kind of dictates how you move. You know what I mean? So from birth, a woman can slow you down. Right, you wanted to run across the street, she grabbed you by the collar. You know what I mean?
deep.
So I asked that to say because I feel like most men sacrifice their almost like their growth in a sense because they can't be selfish. Right? P. Diddy got to where he was. Who was P. Diddy dating back in the days that was with him on his rise to fame?
Cassie.
I forgot.
When did Jay-Z meet Beyonce?
They said Cassie.
Who was
It's not
Jay-Z
Cassie.
dating before?
Definitely not Cassie.
What he said?
On his rise to fame.
Oh, what's his the lady that died?
Tupac. Where was Jada Pinkett Smith when Tupac was elevating? Where was she really at? Did you really see her?
I think he clapped
Or
Jada
was it
Pinkett.
hindsight?
That was definitely hindsight.
You get what I'm saying?
First of all, Kevin,
So-
do not talk about her like that. You are not black.
Actually, I am black.
So I say that to say because as a man,
I think he clapped Jada Pinkett.
as a man, I feel like we forget to appreciate certain elements of women. And one of the elements of a woman that we forget to appreciate is a woman that allows us to be great. Right? Sometimes my theme for this year is give me a moment to be great. Don't take me out of my mental space. You know what I mean? Don't let me stress over things give me a clear head so I can be great. Because if you just give me a moment, if you give me 180 days, I promise you I'm going to make a change.
Not gonna lie to
Don't you feel like that with 40 Central?
That's what I was gonna say. That
Like, give me a year to get this up. And
hasn't
I
even
promise
been a
you,
year,
episode
baby.
49
By
is
the
gonna be
way,
phenomenal.
matter of fact, since he said that, we might as well say it.
Go ahead.
Episode 52, man. Our year podcast will be in Puerto Rico, man.
Hey!
We all going to Puerto Rico.
Bandera.
We're going to Puerto
Qué
Rico
bonita
as a team. Yeah, all right, Kevin, come on, man. As a team, we're going to Puerto Rico. If anybody want to come out there and pull up with us and party with us as a team, we're going, man. We appreciate everybody. Anybody know anybody in Puerto Rico that want to pod with us? Hit us up.
But just to close my point,
Yeah.
I feel like when you find that woman that allows you to be great and allows you to excel and propel to new heights, as a man, that's a sign that you might have the one. Because a woman who doesn't allow you is thinking about herself. She has triggers that somehow your growth is making her feel like she's not a part of it. Right. So when you do find that as a man, not only should you appreciate it, you should tell yourself, like, I got a real one because this woman allows me to be great. And I want to shout out all the women out there right now that
Shout you
allow their men to be great because you real ones and you rare, right? We always say the line where it's like a woman can meet 10 guys, and if she finds one lucky one good one, she's lucky. You know what I mean? But a man, we could go out there as a good guy and find 10 good women. You know what I mean?
It's possible.
It's possible. It's more likely than a woman finding a good man because going back to what we said, women are judged more. They're scrutinized more and they're plotted against, right? Back in the day, we used to take pride in taking other niggas' bitches. You ever did that?
That's a fact.
Still do. Not me, but people in general.
That's some shit that should not be glorified. You get what I'm saying? But somehow, as adolescents, we glorified it. It's almost like, oh shit, nah, this nigga's bitch did blah blah.
Like I said, if you would ask me this question if I was 20,
Yeah,
it'd
it'd be
been a whole
different.
different story.
Bro, they had like in high school, there was like a whole like a set called Taking Niggas Bitches.
TYB.
Like,
TYB.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Take your bitch, yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about my and like
Zay wasn't a part of that.
Like in my old high school, like
This nigga a hater?
Honestly, I've never seen Zay with a girl until he was an adult. So, I mean,
I
just being
don't
fair.
know you. Like, I really don't know you. We don't chill. Like,
Just keeping it 40 with you.
You do not know me. I've never seen you with a girl.
Just
Nah,
keeping it 40.
but just talking about this with,
Like,
some, with
we
some-
don't know each other.
I had a very JT specific question that I came in here loaded for. I was like, this question is tailor made to JT. I need his opinion.
let's go.
I was watching The Bachelor. The Bachelor, yeah, right. Whoever's judging me in the comments, shut the fuck up. I was watching.
Nah, everybody say
nobody-
you're preaching.
Everybody,
Okay,
everybody,
all right. I'm sorry. I
everybody
apologize.
listening. Everybody's just listening.
So I was watching The Bachelor, right, which is probably the most Caucasian dating show on the planet. But my mom watches it. I use it as a method to connect with my mom. So I was watching it, and he picked a girl at the end, gave her the final rose, said he was in love with her, and then after the show aired, it came out that she attended a party in college that was antebellum themed. Do you know what that means? Okay, so it's pretty much like a slavery party, like a plantation party, all black wait staff. Right, this was her, and he was the first ever black a bachelor, right? So once that came out, he said that he couldn't be with her anymore because she didn't understand what was wrong with it initially.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand his blackness. And so he said, when I have kids, I'm concerned that she would be able to understand the trials and tribulations of my children and what they may face, right? That's what he pretty much said in After the Rose. So I ask you this. if you were in love with a woman, right, or if you're in a relationship with a woman, does her political views have to match yours, right?
Yeah.
And would you accept something like that in a woman's past?
The first part, no. Her political values don't have to match mine. She's a woman.
So if she voted for Trump, that's
fine.
cool.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually great. That's pretty great.
So she voted for Biden.
That's cool.
Okay. All right.
That's cool.
I'm gonna call you a dumbass, but I mean,
I wouldn't even go that far.
But-
Like that's just
no,
that's
but
your
we
vote.
have
That's
a
your
little
voice.
debate about it.
That's
and
why he's
I-
single now.
What if
and you're about to be single after this podcast.
what if
After
she,
this episode.
what if she didn't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm bringing it over though.
That's
What
fine.
about the second part of that
Because
question?
well, because you can disagree with the Black Lives Matter movement, but if you disagree with that Black Lives don't matter, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different because you could disagree with the values of the movement and all like what they stand for, but if you're gonna say Black lives just don't matter, now that's different. Because now you're talking about our
That's a fight.
potential kids.
That's a fight.
Now you're talking about my niece,
That's a
my
fight.
nephew, the
That's an
community I stand for. That's a completely different subject.
But
What-
Black Lives
Being
don't
against the
matter.
movement is fine.
What if she came out and said, "I don't know why you're doing all of this stuff for your community when you know it's not going to go nowhere"?
Then at that point, then I have to
Mm.
question, like you were saying, are you going to allow me to be who I believe I'm meant to be? Are you going to let me prosper? Can I step into my greatness? Can I be the best version of myself? And if she doesn't see that, or if she doesn't agree with what I believe is the best version of myself, then she's definitely not the one for me.
What about the antebellum theme party?
No, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Wait, so is the
I'm out
question like, if she brought me there, like is that the
If you found out in hindsight that was a past, like an event that she attended in the past,
if she attended that in the
Attended?
past?
she went to it, she participated, she wore the dress, she participated as
she was
as
down
a
with it.
She was
Nah,
down
nah,
with
I'm
it.
out.
I mean, I think
out.
people could change though.
Nah.
Like that's almost like saying like if you committed a crime in the past that like I should judge you for it. It's like
but
nah,
that's
like
also
you-
saying like what everybody like they turn on the Twitter shit. You whatever you said 10 years ago. nigga,
exactly like it
that's
happened in
not
the
fair.
past. Like if I'm again, like I said, people are always evolving. You can evolve and get a different perspective. Somebody could have educated you as to why that's fun. It's almost like you don't deserve to be canceled because you did something 10 years ago,
So
especially
100%.
to that magnitude.
So
I
what
don't
if,
believe in that.
What if she been going to them parties, right? So the party, what we in March, the party is like always April 1st or whatever.
Mhm.
And she invited you somewhere for April 1st.
What if she didn't? What if she didn't know though?
and you find out?
But what if she didn't?
so
know?
so
How
like,
did you not know if you
Like
been
what the
going to
party
it?
was about?
She
like,
didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
So she
What if
she
she
was
didn't
not
know what the
knowledge-
party
I mean,
was
she
about?
knew what it was about, but she wasn't knowledgeable
Yeah.
from the perspective of how black
How it-
people feel,
of course.
right? Which is I mean, that makes sense
Yeah.
from that
So
perspective.
if she's
black.
not knowledgeable, then you can't blame her that much. Is after that initial like I'm upset argument, like all right, you ain't really know, so all right, I get that. We get past it.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
if she knew,
It's
nah, it's over.
If you a product of your environment, like if I'm growing up around people who think that black and Latino people are this or black and Latino people are that, and she just utters everything that she's hearing around her community, and then we have a conversation about it, she understands or she's willing to try to change her line of thinking, and I think it's worth it. I don't see what's wrong with having that as a relationship. If she's willing to consistently try to make herself better in that regard.
and I also got something to say about that. Like I know somebody who knows somebody. I don't want to put the person.
Of course,
out there,
go ahead.
whatever. And they're white, and their best friend is black, and the Black Lives Movement came around, and he didn't fully understand, but he didn't know how to say it to his black friend. So when he came to the other person, he was like, "Yo, what do I do?" Because he wanted to know. Like he didn't know. And we just let him know, like, this, that, and the third. It's okay to say, go to him. He's still your brother. You know what I mean? So it's not his fault he didn't know. He grew up in a place where it wasn't that he didn't know really what's going on. But after that, he said the relationship got 1,000 times better because he listened. It's okay for her not to know at that point in time. This is why this is not good. This is why we have to fix this. This is why that. Like it's possible for you to change your views. You're not born racist.
This is so great, right? So I felt like I had to dive into a subject of depth to give this subject a chance to live that I'm going to bring up. Do you feel like too many people in relationships don't allow the I don't know to live and be an acceptable answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you should
Yes.
only be held accountable for what you're knowledgeable of. If you don't know, you don't know.
Do you
That's
feel
how I see it.
do you feel like is it the I'll give you a perfect example. If your girl was interested in fucking selling weave or whatever the case may be, would you actually research it so that you could have a knowledgeable conversation about weave, or would you just let that be her hobby?
Both.
I wouldn't research it, but like I'll let her like talk to me about it and like she teach me type shit. I wouldn't like do research on my own.
If she needed me to help her, then I would research. Like, where can we get this best weave from? Like, I will help her. Like, I would do both. I'm done.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't want to research it if I'm not interested in it, but would I support her? Absolutely, 100%. And then whatever she needed, I would definitely like whatever you need. Like we'll drive downtown and buy whatever you need to buy. We'll make the web like however I can help, I'll help. But me going out of my way to let me look up the best weaves right now, like just in my spare time,
Yeah,
more
I'm
than
not
likely
doing
it's
that.
not gonna happen.
Would it bother you if your girlfriend or the person you're dating or whatever the case may be didn't listen to 40 Central ever?
No.
Yes.
No and yes. I want you to support me, but if you, because there's certain things that we talk about and it bothers you, then I'm okay with you not listening.
That's right. I don't. For me, it's if you've never watched.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is our business.
Yeah, yeah.
If you've never watched the episode, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah,
You gotta go
yeah.
because you're not supporting me.
If you understand we got somebody coming
Well-
on, or we got a girl coming on, or we got
Cool.
something like that, and it's like it's triggering for you, I'm okay with you not watching that episode.
But what if she doesn't watch? But
It doesn't have to be
she
the proper
posted
topic.
or-
No, even
I
if
mean, I
she
just
doesn't
feel-
watch and she posted and she wears the clothes and she
That's
does all
that's
that,
support.
that's support. I'll take that. I'm okay with that.
Go ahead,
But
Kev.
never doing anything.
oh yeah.
Kev, go ahead.
No, I just feel like like in any relationship that you're in, they should know more or less at least the small fraction of what your business is about. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have like they have 40 Central, right? She doesn't have to know every single topic about 40 Central, but she should know what 40 Central is about, and basically, talk about it a little bit, and just like if they if anytime, your significant other is being brought up in a relationship, being brought up in a conversation, little things should be talked about. You get what I'm saying? As a support. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, she should know more or less what's going on. She should be supportive. If she's not supportive, she has to go.
So I'm gonna touch on 2 points and I'm gonna give y'all the floor.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
touch on 2 more points right here, right? First, I'm gonna ask and say, or 3 points, pardon me. First, I'm gonna ask and say, do you feel like it is important for you to identify and know your own weaknesses in your relationship?
Yes. I think that's absolutely important. You gotta know your weaknesses.
You gotta
Like I
find your
said earlier
weaknesses.
today, like when we have to have certain conversations when we're mad, I shut down. I know that's a weakness.
And what sign are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay. What about you?
I'm a
What
Virgo.
does that mean?
Because it makes sense. Certain signs shut down.
Oh, you're a Capricorn? Okay. Just kept it going.
So what you think about Virgos?
I would say the same thing. I would say that you would shut down as well. Like you're not gonna go for the back and forth confrontation. Like you're gonna shut down. Like you won't engage in that type of argument.
I do put up a wall.
I'm
You
a
gonna put
firm
wall up
believer
when
in the
you
second
get
amendment.
pushed.
So what about Cancers?
Cancers like to bicker. They'll give you the latitude
Justin's like that with
to go
everybody.
down the worm.
Justin's like that with everybody.
That's his nature.
Nah, Justin's like that with
I'm
everybody.
about to fuck him up.
Yeah, he bickers with
I'm a
everybody,
Pisces.
no matter what.
Okay.
If you say yes, he's gonna say no in some form.
Yo, stop describing your boyfriend. Like, relax.
These two right
Bro,
here.
get off the pod already.
All right. So
I'm a Pisces though. They say we emotional.
Your Pisces are bitches.
So identify your weakness, right? That's the first point. The second point I'm going to ask is, in your relationship, are you most likely to be the most romantic person in it?
Me?
In general, like if with in most of your relationships, do you feel like you were the most romantic person?
I don't think so.
I think that I attempt, but I don't think my attempts are as romantic as they should be.
And why do you feel that way?
I have no idea.
I'm
Me
pretty
neither.
fucking romantic.
I feel the same way as Justin.
Why? Let's dive on that. Why do you feel like the attempts that you make?
Because I feel like I'm doing a lot sometimes, and it's not enough for that person.
So reassurance,
No,
validation.
no.
So why? So how are you? How is your attempts? How are you not getting validation from your attempts to be like, I tried and it was successful, or I tried and it meant something?
I don't look for the like. If,
Yeah,
if I do something,
don't say that you don't look for validation. That's,
no, I swear, like if I do it, I did it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If, however she responds for it, I tried.
And you'll do it again.
Yeah, and
regardless of if she gives you no reaction, you'll do it again.
Yeah, okay. Not the same exact thing.
Not that, I'm just saying in general, you'll keep making attempts.
Yeah, like so, I'm a bigger on attempts. Like I tried. If you ain't like it as much as something else, then that's on you.
Just why? Where do you feel like you're not getting that validation at? And not in your relationship, but in past. You know what I mean? Like speaking in hindsight. Don't talk about anything current.
There's been times where I've done it. And it's like, okay, this is amazing. It's great. Boom. Then there's been times where I've done it, and it's like, okay, that's what you did. You know what I mean? Like, and possibly could have been me. I possibly thought it was enough, and it probably wasn't. The person probably had more. I mean, I can't speak on somebody else's, but I know that sometimes I am not as romantic as I should be, and I can honestly say that.
So I wanted to make that a point because I want whoever's listening to this podcast to understand something and appreciate something. And if I know I talk a lot, so if there was only one thing that you got from this whole rant and podcast that I was allowed to join, thank you guys very much, it would be this. I want you to learn to appreciate the moments in which somebody goes out of their character to make you happy. We don't do it enough. You know what I mean? Like we don't appreciate the moments in which that person said, oh my God, he just got his first contract. I'm going to throw him on the logistics party and I'm going to get him on a logistics cake. And maybe that cake might have been the most important part of it to her and you didn't acknowledge it, right? We as people.
Where's the cake from?
I would acknowledge.
I don't know.
Where's the cake from?
I would like that you got me a cake. Like that's
but where's the cake from?
Doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter.
She got a cake.
Shut the fuck up already.
No, being that you said that, it's perfect because I was recently in Miami and I'm with people. It was like my birthday and somebody else's birthday, like combined. So we on the trip and his girlfriend did like a little surprise thing for us. And they said, I left. I'm not gonna lie, I curved it. Cause I didn't know though. So I curved it. So they said when he came out that he wasn't like happy, like not like he enjoyed it and shit. So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't like, even if I didn't like it, I would pretend like, oh, I like this. Like just you put effort into it, and I appreciate that. So I'm gonna show enough, but it's people that just don't, and if they sad about, they like fuck that shit. I don't care.
So this is the last point I'm gonna make before I get out of here. But is this right here? Has anybody ever played chess?
Yeah, I played chess before.
Perfect.
Nasty.
If we were playing chess and you turned away and I moved the piece while you weren't looking, do you think you would recognize it?
Yes.
Right? I want people in their relationships.
Well, also depends on how much you have on the board too.
Well, it doesn't matter, right? If you play chess, you recognize when the board has changed because your strategy is 2 moves ahead.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So I want people in their relationship, and this is a big key, and one of the driving forces to a future episode of mine is recognize when the pieces on the board have changed. Do you understand me? That means paying attention to details so that every little detail that somebody does in order to provide you happiness, you recognize it and you're able to point it out. So on Eva's Guide to Love, we have a mission, and I'm just going to end my rant with this, and I want to know if y'all guys now support the mission. It says, we are keeping romance alive because romance never dies, and I want to know if 40 Central's on board with that.
I'm on board with listening to whatever you got to say.
Wait, say that one more time.
We are keeping romance alive because romance never dies.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate
No,
y'all for
I
having
support
me.
it.
No. We gotta
Anytime. Any fucking time.
anything y'all gotta ask him because he gotta leave with a love freestyle, son.
Yeah, I'm about to say, can we get some bars or something?
Golly. When you don't expect to rap, but you got told to
We asking.
No, of course. No, I never turn it down. I'm gonna give y'all bars regardless.
Okay.
What topic y'all want me to touch on? What topic?
Whatever topic.
Whatever you want, man.
All right, let's
You need a beat?
I mean, if you want me to, I don't care.
Oh, it's up to you.
Whatever, it don't matter. I can go whatever you want.
For one of his own beats that he made.
I don't think I sent them anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw on the classic. Can't go wrong with. Start here. Yeah. You can't go wrong with this. Hold on. After the ad. That's why we need Warren here. So these ads on YouTube
he
killing us, bro.
After the ad, he about to do. Listen, everybody, y'all need to follow him, GTheProducer on Instagram. Just
GTheProducer underscore, right?
GTheProducer underscore on Instagram. It's pretty much everything. GTheProducer on everything.
Where's Eva's guy?
Same thing. GTheProducer underscore.
And it's gonna be on 40 Central because we post it every time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Use that.
Trying to see if I have a low. It's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Any beat is gonna work. I'm just gonna wait till the beat drop and then I'm going. Listen. Cruising down the west side with my mind racing, thinking about life and all the time that I wasted. Should have been chasing greatness. I hit my pops up for a consultation. It was just Henny, weed, and some conversation. I met a woman, I wanna give her the globe, but every time she posts a story, she's still looking for goals. Damn, it seems like we hit a fork in the road, and trying to bridge the gap is just taking a toll. I'm just saying what's on my mind. I'm reading into these signs. Give me familiar feelings, get back familiar vibes. That's the problem, ain't it? I mean, both of us are paying for people in our past that might have missed a couple payments. Fred said if you gonna say it in a verse, even though it hurts. Make it time, let's turn it into words. I'm in prison in this car. I turned my car into a prison with these bars. So bear witness, I was at the last stop talking business, getting lit. Young homie said my music is where it is. And then I went to Casa for a change of pace. Random stranger came to me and told me that my bars are great. You see my page? I said, is this the feeling right before you make it? Or right before he takes you? I swear I'm just asking y'all. Is this one real enough for you or no? Or do y'all want bars? I swear I'm asking y'all. I got a screenshot with 7 cents in my account and still on Zillow like I'm about to spend it on a house.
Go ahead.
Welcome to my life. I mean, welcome to the slumbers. Where the rats with arms across you like welcome to Wakanda. This Kamanga versus T'Challa. When life hands you beef over cheese, you grab the shells, apply heat, and you make a pasta. I know that bar was kind of but at least you know I know it. Because I was on Arthur Ave eating Marios when I wrote it. Pause. Fred hit my line. I knew the time. We get that still dumping. I put that Mac to your back. I'm trying to Khalil something. I mean, kill something. No chill button. Take a shower and Novocaine. I don't feel nothing. I said, is this the feeling right before you make it? Or right before he takes you? I swear I'm just asking God. Is this one real enough for you or no? Or do you want bars? I swear I'm just asking y'all. I don't see a reason to flex on my woman. I just treat her like a queen and get the best of my woman. It's crazy. Testing my bars like it's the best for her bullet. She said I'm way too nice like I ain't tested and proven. I'm from the hood like them niggas. Misunderstood like them niggas. Ate breakfast for breakfast and lunch. I give them like them niggas. Times weren't good like them niggas. I misunderstood like them niggas. But I got 2 daughters and a son. Give a fuck about them niggas. I met a woman that's a goddess with words. Swear she's phenomenal. And when life brought us together, I swear we'd be unstoppable. We chilling by the bar talking signs of what things are possible. She said she wants to turn her clout to revenue streams. I said, what's stopping you? Then she said, what's on your mind? I'm trying to take it. And told me to to get the greatness. Damn. Gotta flow, gotta do it. Gotta go, gotta get through it. Listen. Oh, man.
Go ahead.
It was unexpected, but listen.
Are you gonna keep going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Going.
Flow.
Listen, I had nightmares that my baby mama cheating, and we ain't even with each other. I swear my body tweaking. I sleep with the heat like Gabriella Union, and in a flash, bullets pass you like Brady through them. I walk with the metal just like Wolverine. Professor X hood touching me thing, trying to cause black. I raise a piece and bring tragedy. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Listen, man. You gotta give me a minute. Hold on, give me a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Want me to run it back?
Yeah, give me running back.
You want a different beat?
I mean, it don't matter, whatever.
You tell us. You let us know.
What beat y'all want?
Can't hear shit.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna fix it. My bad. I forgot all about that.
Grammarly is your
After
first.
that.
Damn, this is like. It's alright, I'm gonna do it. Whatever, listen. I give my people something to believe in. The odds against us working on getting even. Without the weed, it's like being really sleeping. Tired of fighting demons, always chasing our dreams. And Nipsey said there's artists who take the stairs. I told my ex I'ma make it, she didn't care, that's the fact. As long as them checks are clear, I gotta stick to the point in the dollar that I could spit. Wait, stick to the point, spirit. You get it now or when unsullied appear. Look, in all black masks down, see we the hardest. I spit fire like Dracarys. I mean, I'm tight spitting, slow flow, patience dripping. Pray that they don't catch me slipping. Satisfy haters' mission. Sidebar, for a woman, I'm hella mad that I met her. She could've said a word, but was hella fine with the letters. Whoa, she said her kitty get wetter and wetter with every swipe. I told her get in line. That just ain't my type. Type of girl that loves to shine, but just ain't so bright. She got a spending habit, she can't budget to save her life. She the cash app type, but just won't admit it. She quits got her buyer, her whole swag is a gimmick. I wanna dive in the mind of endless depth and ambition. A woman who even through adversity is hella persistent. I'm hella consistent. She need to match my effort, match my credit, match my hustle, increase our net worth. Because debt to society is just as oppressive. That's why we so much to fight our depression. Need a little aggression, but more communication. A London for this hustle, some real dedication. They said, G, you all over, what the fuck is you saying? This a marathon we racing. Facts. I give my people something to fight for. Without that gun, why you coming with that knife for? Unless it's a lightsaber, you got a pocket full of sensu beans and lightsabers. I got a pocket full of ones for this stripper. I might save her so she can cave Michelle and get back the Gotti that God gave her. Facts. This, ooh man.
Ooh, man.
I feel like I'm unprepared. Like I wanted to give y'all something here. I should have expected it.
You doing good? You doing good?
You should have expected.
I know.
Let me see. The people was asking for this right here.
Hello.
After the ad. Warren, where you at, bro? These ads are killing us. You gotta figure that shit out.
Warren got the ad feature?
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't never noticed.
I ain't in no rush.
Oh, this supposed to be the instrumental. My fault. I don't even think they got it on here. You gotta pick a different beat. It's not on
Who
here.
picked that beat?
If you wanna go and take
Kev.
a ride with me.
Kev got it from the
Oh,
beat.
he wants you to do a Nelly beat. But
All falls down?
Beat. Let's get it. Let's
That's
get
what.
it.
Why you giving me all this soft stuff?
Give him something hard. No.
All right. 6 minutes.
Put him on Jesus Walks.
Oh, the
Huh?
6 minutes.
No.
Damn.
He don't gotta do 6 minutes.
Hey, he don't gotta do 6 minutes.
No, it's whatever, bro. Just,
Now you gotta go for 6 minutes.
Too long for
What
me.
Drake beat?
What's next?
Oh, the new
Wanna
shit.
do the lemon pepper?
Lemon pepper freestyle.
I don't have nothing to it, so it's gonna be off the. I mean, I can rap to anything. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to figure out how all your niggas hoopers is still pulling.
Oh, we got the refill.
Shit, me.
Damn.
Hear it?
I feel like I get swaggy with this one, right?
Yeah, let's
Go ahead.
Let's hear it. Talk that shit.
Look, I need a vibe or something. Get out my mind or something. She blowing my high or something. It should be a crime or something. It's 9:15 or something. Need Corona with lime or something. She told me there's nothing to something. She's super bad, I make loving. Let me tell you about this chick, Haley. Man, she just wanna talk about what we talked about, man, that bitch crazy. One minute she be hating on me, then she loving on me, man, that chick hate me. She make my head spin, but her head is drop dead amazing. I know, but I had to say it. Maybe I need a thought or something. She maneuver the block or something. Know how to whip. Oh, man. Listen. Let me rap on. Catch feelings if you want. That block gon' hit you different. I'm still running like Forrest Gump on a Jenny mission. The fillery like fillery. See, I'm a word magician. Watch, you get clocked by the block. That block gon' hit you different. We changed the plug like the side effects calls for new prescriptions. That means the heat through association just was bad for business. We break the white girl down just like we knew specifics. And we ain't know how to do it, just knew we had to get it. You're so slow, my bad.
All right, no, you good.
One more, give him one more, because I know he got things to do.
All right. Let's see.
And then we're gonna throw what song you want us to throw on at the end? We're gonna play one of your songs.
Just go to
Probably Love No More.
Ask him what he wants. What do you
No,
want?
it don't matter. I don't have no preference.
After that.
Ad be done in 2 seconds, everybody. 2 seconds.
Maybe not.
Ad be done in another 2 seconds. Let's go.
Shit, I can't rap over drill. I mean, I can try.
You sure?
Drill music is.
Switch it up.
I can't. I feel like I'm just singing "Welcome to the Party" like in my head.
Yeah. That was done. Me too. Shot you. Kevin, I reckon. You know, it got crazy.
We gotta set up that rap
You trying to
battle.
set up a battle?
Shit.
Oh!
Shit.
Kev, hit him with
Got
some bars
something
real
right
quick.
now? Give us
While
some
he's
bars.
thinking, hit him with some bars.
Some bars. Yeah. Pop it off.
You got to pay me for that.
Ooh.
Pop it off, Zay.
Everybody go in the comments, hashtag fuck Kevin. If I get 10 hashtag fuck Kevins, I got bars for y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to write
I
it
want to
right
see.
now.
I want to hear
like
these
that.
bars.
I like that.
I want to hear these bars.
Y'all got until 12 o'clock. You got until 12 o'clock.
You got some 12 o'clock.
I like that.
Oh, we got one.
Send me the link.
40 Central on YouTube, man. How the
I want to hear these bars.
I thought you were about to do it. No, this beat is fine. I'm just running through them.
Nah, imagine the comments.
two.
Oh,
3.
It
Type
might
it in the
happen.
building.
It might happen.
That's 3.
Type in hashtag fuck Kev.
Oh, fuck Kevin. That's 4. You better get your bars ready.
Oh, he's ready, nigga.
Back to the streets. Did it ever drop?
Oh,
It
you
dropped.
right?
Nah.
So this is stick up. Everybody.
Oh,
put
yeah,
your
here.
hand-
Y'all cheated.
No, we good.
my
Yeah.
fault.
Do your thing. So this is stick up. Everybody put your hands up or you'll get lit up. It's like we left that 40 in the freezer. How that shit bust. Fuck, man. I'm losing it. I'm sorry.
Want me to run it back?
No, you good.
Damn, we got about like
Oh, shout out
12
to my
fuck
man
Kevin's
G in the
here.
building. Greg, what up, bro?
I feel like I might be barred out. I'm sorry.
All right, it's
My head
all
is
good.
off.
It's all good. We appreciate you.
Nah, you did your thing, man. Everybody out there, man. Please, everybody say, wait. We got about 12 fuck Kevins in here.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah,
Oh,
That's all y'all people.
Yo,
in
yo,
here.
come on. Get that.
Rolling.
Come on, I want to hear this.
2, 3,
Rolling.
4, 5.
I come with a counter.
6, 7,
Rolling.
8, 9. We got 10.
I see 4 of them. I see 6 of them in here.
Oh, he ain't
so
got
I
no
don't
balls
count.
for you, Kev. It's over.
Yeah.
You just made everybody say fuck
technically-
Kevin. And
Technically, I won the battle.
Damn. Not like that, bro. Don't do
Wow,
that.
yo,
give him the.
what happened to that album?
You're not gonna fucking
What
peer
happened to
pressure
that
me.
album?
You're not gonna peer pressure me.
4 bars.
4
4
bars.
bars. Just pop it off.
You don't deserve football.
I deserve 8.
Go ahead, Fred. Come over here and say. Go ahead.
You don't deserve 4.
Mm.
You want him to write your shit?
You don't want me to write.
What you diss? You gonna diss Kevin? You gonna diss Kevin?
All right, listen, man. We about to we gonna end it out with G, man. One, we want to all say thank you, man, for coming over here.
Thank you for
talking to
having me,
us,
man.
Interviewing us, man, because this was fun. This
Yeah,
was actually
I love
really
it.
fun. Like, we have to do another one soon.
I'm watching Eva's God when I get to the crib.
Yeah, it's on.
Definitely
it's on
run that up,
everywhere.
run
Yeah,
that up.
Run Eva's
But
God
it-
to love up. Everybody go follow him. G the producer __ on Instagram, man. That's where you find his music. That's where you find his challenges. That's where you find his erotica. That's where you find his Eva's God to love. That's where you find his life, man. So, if y'all want to, and we want you guys to, please go follow him, stream his music. It's on Apple Music, and buy the music, stream it, whatever y'all got to do. Let's run all these numbers up, man. Zane, you got anything to say to him real quick?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like that shit's man inspirational. Like that shit. I felt that shit for real. And
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely
Thank
gonna
you.
tune into the episodes.
Kev?
We look forward to having you back on this pod.
Thank you. I appreciate it,
Honestly,
man.
What?
No.
I have just to plug something. I have an interview with Dr. Viviana from Married at First Sight.
Yes. Oh,
I'm
yes.
dropping next week on
Yes.
Eva's God to Love. So just tune into that. We
Hey.
talk about some real deep shit. We talk about marriage counseling. We talk about like when a woman feels like her passion and her sex drive has turned into duty, how we think that people should address that and stuff. Like we talk about some real deep stuff aside of the show. Good 30-minute interview. So I want everybody to tune into that.
Yeah. Please, everybody. We're gonna post that immediately once that comes up. JT.
Well, my last question is, what is something that we can do to better support you? in your
Y'all
journey?
already do it. Y'all play the music and y'all push the community. And I love that. Y'all always putting me on to new music. You know what I mean? Like I know Rick now. I mean, I know the whole 40 movement.
Shout out to the man.
And I love the music that they putting out. So
He actually about to drop in 4
I
minutes.
saw that he got
Oh,
a
yeah,
tape
he dropped
coming
it
out.
4
next.
minutes.
Oh, shit. I
4
forgot
minutes.
tonight.
That shit
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
drop.
Tonight.
Shout out to the mayor.
I got one more question. Matter of fact, you versus Justin, who will win in the basketball game?
Me versus Justin.
Yeah, you versus Justin. Basketball.
I feel like if you maybe gave me like a week to get in shape,
I gotta get in shape too.
Because I'll be winded than him. In one game, I
Game
bust
3.
his ass. But if we had like a 3-game series, I'm done. He'll tear me up in game 2 and 3.
I don't believe that. I think
These
you'll
knees.
kill him.
These knees don't work. These
I've seen
you remember,
Justin
you remember
play.
Bill Murray
Yeah,
in
I'm
Space
bad
Jam?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the game, he gets out his knees. I can't.
Listen,
My knees
No,
don't work.
I've seen Justin play.
I haven't. I've been out for 2 years.
I've been out for longer. I'm just good. So I mean, like I was really good at basketball. I think I could play you.
No.
I think I put some money on one game, just one.
I don't know why. Because I'm disrespectful when I play ball. I might go left-handed. I do shit like
Y'all
that.
wanna sit over there?
This man, right? Do you understand
Yeah.
who I am?
I'm just saying, I do
Crazy.
shit like
He
that.
said I go left-handed like any
Listen,
good basketball
listen,
player.
I
can't
wouldn't
use
like-
both hands.
I
No,
wouldn't
I'm
have
saying like
interviewed-
my jump shots. I play left-handed.
Are you
Like,
left-handed?
No, I'm right.
How the hell do
You
you play
shoot
basketball
left-handed?
from the
Nah, I
bench?
shoot right-handed.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
But my left is legit.
Not
Like,
anymore. It's been some years.
I still do the pull-up jump shot with the left. Shit,
All right,
Cav.
anyway.
I'm just
So,
curious to know how the hell you play
our
basketball
next-
from the bench.
All right, Kev.
I
Our
got
next
one
our next episode, you gotta
One
come
man's
on.
comments.
We're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna
Bro,
talk all that shit.
When
bro.
I
We
come on here
missed-
next, I'm gonna rap 10 straight minutes. No gap.
Hurt you.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
wasn't prepared.
so when are you back?
I should always be
When are
prepared.
you back?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. When I'm releasing more music, I haven't released music in a minute.
We are going to end it with 2 of his songs while we switch up guests, man. But I'm gonna end this, man, and say, man, thank you. Been
Nah,
trying to
do
get you.
the love no more. I don't really like that record. Could you believe that I put out a record I didn't really like?
What record?
The
He
Unbreak My
likes
Heart.
that shit.
That's my favorite
That's
shit.
his
Yeah,
favorite
I
one.
don't really like it.
I
put it out
I gotta play it.
for
I
a
gotta
weird
play it for the
quota.
people. Can I play it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
We're gonna play a couple of songs so y'all can hear
This
it.
my shit right here.
G,
but
man.
I never really liked it. I put it out for a specific reason.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is my shit right here.
Yeah, G, man, I appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank you,
absolutely,
Thank you
bro.
for having me.
I definitely appreciate you coming on and dropping that announcement. That's a major deal. So shout out to you for that, man. We see the hustle, we see the grind, we see you getting better every day. We appreciate you being consistent with your process, not giving up. You know that you always got our support here.
Thank you.
And whatever you need from us is let us know, and we definitely got you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Love you,
Sure,
everybody.
for sure.
Yeah, we about to play a couple of songs. We're gonna play like 2 or 3 songs of his while we transition. Everybody, please go follow that.
You know what I miss on records? Back in the days, you could just talk to them. Just like this. You ever had that one person that you love more than anything in the world, but they couldn't see it? Because they were strung up on somebody else who didn't deserve them? And all you wanted to tell them was, I didn't do the damage, but I understand it. And who better than me to know the feeling, baby? I love you, 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 I love you. How many more times do I have to say it? I catch all of your tears in my hands, baby. Your heart's in pieces, but trust me, I'm never leaving until your heart is completed, baby. I put these hoes on ice and I hope that you know it. I know you barely feel alive, but going through the motions. I overheard you tell your friends that he was out here joking. This is a joke to him, I'ma put the toast to him. He was in and out your bed and kept you in and out those lies. He must be in and out your head to have you in and out your high, cause you be blazing up. I know that you're hurting, but trust these lame as what if that life you dreamt of living was really made for us? Tailor-made, make sure that you're feeling beautiful every day. Have your heart singing like Ella May. It ain't a thing. Now tell me, in this game, do I ever win? Or would you fall into these words if they were coming from him? Damn, beautiful words fall on deaf ears. But I'll be here till the storm clears. G, and who better than me to know the feeling, baby? I love you, 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 I love you. How many more times do I have to say it? I catch all of your tears in my hands, baby. I know your heart's in pieces, but trust me, I'm never leaving until your heart is completed, baby. Listen, and no one else could do what I can. I could hold up your world and build with the other hand. Hope you learned a lesson from the past. Never pay your love in advance. For you, I put the time in. Just know that I'm trying, baby. I know that you're hurting, but he ain't worth it. He left your heart on the corner of misery and finding purpose. And when I found it, I returned it. Cause I don't want a heart if I ain't earned it. But the situation's concerning. Look, I know what it's like to not be hungry, but still gotta eat. I know what it's like when that heart ain't working, but still gotta beat. I know what it's like to wanna cry tears when there's nothing left. I know what it's like to be alive, but you still feel like death. Let me know if you need a minute to catch your breath. But you truly deserve the world and nothing less. And who better than me to know the feeling, baby? I love you, 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 I love you. How many more times do I have to say it? I catch all of your tears in my hands, baby. I know your heart's in pieces, but trust me, I'm never leaving until your heart is completed, baby. Yeah.
Please hold. Oh yeah. Hello?
Guess I should start by saying that I ain't it. Plus I heard that you've been sleeping with somebody that you said you didn't love no more. You're not even trying to change. I open up, eat down, I'm trying to find the way. No matter what I say, it's like we can't talk. Said I'm running out of words to say. But here I am alone again up in this room. I'm staring at all the pain in these picture frames. inside. Your pain was loving in my heart. Was loving in your love. I don't want it. So thank you for the time that we spent. But fuck you, I swear. So fuck you, I swear. Oh yeah. Fuck you, I swear. Oh, ooh yeah. Thank you for the time that we spent. But fuck you, I swear. Hide my pain under different women. They can take my inches but can't hold my interest. Listen, they said, G, you'll feel different if you can apply some distance. Just focus on your business, but it's still you I'm missing. And if I called, I know you'll probably be there. And we'll find comfort for a night just off the times that we shared. But it's like, fuck you, I swear. Said it's like, fuck you, I swear. Even if your ass was drowning and all you needed was air. It's like, why the fuck should I care? I gave you the world and you ain't asked for it. The world got hit with that COVID, gave you a mask for it. I offered you a future and got a pass for it. Try to be that nice guy, baby, and finish last for it. But here I am, alone again, up in this room.
You've been running games, so I gotta leave you alone.
Please hold.
I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this way too long, way too. You've been running game, and I gotta leave you alone.
Hello?
I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this way too long, way too long.
Is this where we end or baby where we start? And if you got some words, then maybe say your part. You know they see the vibes, I know they see the spark. Tony Stark, every shot I was shooting, baby, came from the heart. Never cheat and never beat, baby girl, that's love. And when I talk about you, girl, I talk to God. You got too many tats, too many scars. Been through too many heartbreaks, too many wars. But here I am, drowning in Henny, just trying to understand. Trying to comprehend where your head is, sometimes I swear I can't. Trying to comprehend where your head is, like can you see this man that's giving you all he can, but still don't have a pick up on your gram. Just cop that new edition, like can you stand the rain? I know you don't believe in love if it don't come with pain. I was trying to bridge the two of us together like the letter H. I know that's after G, but ain't nobody coming after me.
You've been running games, so I gotta leave you alone. I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this way too long, way too. You've been running game, and I gotta leave you alone. I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this way too long, way too long.
And I know you believe in signs. Look me in my eyes, baby. Tell me what you find. What's my moon? What's my rise? Tell me if we make sense in the skies. Or is that retrograde ripping through your mind? And while we on the topic of space, I need some time to figure out why all of your truths still feel like lies. I thought there was no place for you better than by my side, but now it feels like if we're not together, you'll still be fine. And if we're not together, baby, don't bother to hit my line. Cause although I won't throw shade at you, baby, can't let you shine. Can't let you occupy that space you used to reside. Cause if I do, what does it prove? What do you lose? No consequences for actions. Mixed with a lack of passion, combined with some disrespect, just leads to dissatisfaction. I was trying to bridge the two of us together like the letter H. I know that's after G, but ain't nobody coming after me.
You've been running games, so I gotta leave you alone. I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this way too long, way too. You've been running game, and I gotta leave you alone. I'm trying to play around like you know your way around. Doing this.
Please hold.
Hello?
If you tell me once, tell me twice with it. You know I'm a guy, we don't quite get it. I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. No. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life. Listen, been looking for parts of you up in different women. I just wanna hit your line and check how you living. Apologize for the lies. Admit I couldn't see the difference between somebody who really loves you and someone who's overly tripping. Maybe a slight fear of commitment, but there's no excuses. Maybe a pride that was just too stubborn and I couldn't lose it. Maybe I couldn't give you my all. Now I'm giving you music. Now I'm in front of your mountain. Wonder if I should move it. Wondering if I do it, will I find you on the other side? Had to unfollow your gram in case you found another guy. Had to come up with a plan. Ask you for another try. Or maybe you should tell me to move on and give me peace of mind. I know you telling all your friends it's like I didn't try. I know you telling all your friends it was a waste of time. But I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. Oh, and I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life.
Optimum's best deal on gig speed just got better. Get 1 gig internet now for only $45 a month, and we'll boost our offer with a $200.
No, you got whoa, whoa, yeah. We back. No, we gotta put it. Hello. Oh, we good. All right, cool. Sorry, everybody. We've had a little bit longer for people to come on. We are trying. Hold on, give us 1 second. Come on here, Fred. Come on, real quick. Let's talk some shit. He didn't want to come on before. Now you want to come on.
Because he was the light skin.
He didn't want to. So what's up, Fred?
Chilling, bro. How you?
We chilling, man.
It's the same old regular.
How you liked it today? How you liked it?
Man, I feel like today was really, really enlightening. Like,
me too.
You had a couple guys speaking about their real lives, speaking about their real situations, real things they've been through, real ways to talk about it. Just what it was.
Sorry, everybody. We are fixing the audio, and if y'all can hear us, please let us know. But let's talk about you, Fred, man.
Let's talk about you, bro. You done punching people in the face?
Oh my God!
No, you thought the story was gonna skip the people?
You want to tell them the story?
There was this one time.
It's not on here.
There was this one time we all went out before I even knew you. Why does headphone being retarded?
It's not even in the headphones. It's out there.
It's all right. I'm aware of it anyway.
Yeah. Good.
And that was this one time we was turning up. We was going crazy. Da. We was by the bar. It was whatever. And I go to turn around, turned up. Ah! And here go a right hand just. I was like, oh, who? What the fuck did I do to somebody's man for them to hit me? And here go Justin. Oh, my bad, bro. What do you mean, my bad, bro? You just duffed me in the middle of a party. It's not even crowded in here.
There's nobody in there.
Yo, there was nobody in there. And I
Nah.
still managed to get punched in the face. And
Lower
ever
it.
since then.
Lower it. Lower that thing right there. You see what it says right there on that? It says headphones. Touch it. Yeah.
Right there.
Click it. Hello. Yep.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for everybody to come back, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
No, they could hear, but we could hear it over there. You gotta lower it down. I can hear it. Everybody can hear it outside also. But yeah, man, I said sorry after I did that though.
Doesn't change the fact that you punched me in my face. It just don't change the fact that how you met me, you duffed me.
No, it's
I don't know if you was feeling the type of way because I was turned up too much. I didn't know if I took your spin.
Nah, we was chilling. We was chilling. Man,
That was
that
great
yo,
vibes.
listen, man. After that, man, we had a good time, and it's crazy how history's still here, man. We still chilling, we still talking, we still doing a lot
No,
of stuff, man.
these are the facts.
Yo, man, I also want to say one thing, man. Yo, I never said it on the pod, but congratulations, man. He's a new father, man. He do
Yes,
his
sir.
thing, man.
Yes,
Great
sir.
father at that, man. How's it, baby?
Man, it's a life changing. It's life changing. Just having a 1-year-old, just having to watch every movement, watch every second that he goes throughout his
Yo.
day.
We can hear all that.
And just watching a 1-year-old just grow up every day. It's a little different. It makes you change how
1
you
years
step.
old already. Damn, that
Yeah,
shit is so
1-year-old already, man. Like I can't wait till another 3 years. When
You can
first,
wait.
No. His first real birthday, remember he leap year baby.
Oh, so he's
Yeah.
gonna be like 7 when he's like.
He gonna be 4 when he 1. He gonna be 8 when he 2.
And when is he moving out?
No, it doesn't. It's soon. It's the plans are in the work. He moving out soon. But it's different having a 1-year-old under your belt for sure. JT.
Oh man, that's
Go.
crazy though. But man, yeah, you doing your thing, man. I see you out there. How did you become like a manager though?
Man, it's just through the hospitality world itself, man. It's just been having to come up and just manage certain people, peep certain people's movements.
Oh, how was it managing like your cousin?
I mean that's a little different because you got to talk to him on a different level. You know, it's a little less supportive and a little more what's gonna be right.
Have you ever told him that song fucking sucks?
No, I've told him that verse is fucking trash. Like don't write it. I wouldn't put it out there. Don't give it to the people. And think about all the ways that it can backfire on you. I think that's where I really fit in the most part. I tell them, what if somebody says this? What if somebody but fuck it. What if nah. What if they say this to put that negative energy in the air? So let's correct that. Let's get that right and situated.
You don't want to be on.
And let's just put out what's gonna be right. Let's put out what's gonna sound good, what's gonna make sense, what people can recite. People only last on what's gonna be a good caption. That's why I feel in songs. So you have a song that's gonna have a couple good captions in it. How many times have we quoted Drake and not recited the song? We quoted Drake 100 times. That line was fire.
Yeah.
I'ma step out because I step out. Fuck it, put it on the caption.
What's the topic? What's the topic?
Nah, we'll just talk about him. We'll talk about how we met each other.
Oh, okay.
I know that shit. We was just
vibing.
waiting for. Yeah, we was just vibing, waiting for everybody
Yeah,
to come
just
back.
how it feels watching. When G come to me about something.
Yeah, I
Or
just
G the
said-
producer, like how it sound, how it look.
So you are the man to make him G the producer.
I want to say all of that. I feel like his creativity is the man that makes him G the producer. But I'm the one that makes sure your creativity don't get too creative. Sometimes the world don't like too creative. Let me be your audience. Let me be your crowd. Let me tell you what it sounds like. Let me tell you what I hear. Let me tell you what I hear. Let me tell you how it could be received. Because when you writing it and you thinking about it a certain way and you putting it out there, you're not thinking about it the same way. Like he said when he was talking, when someone sent him a picture of something else, it's not what I heard. That's not what I got from it. I'm sorry, but I mean your bar hit and it hit right. So I got my water.
No, it's
Oh,
I mean,
she don't need a water.
I need a water.
It's almost shot o'clock.
It's
Yeah,
almost
it's
shot o'clock. It is
shot o'clock, I
almost
heard.
shot o'clock.
Oh, we
Already?
I think we missed
I
it.
just
Nah,
got
we missed
here.
it. It's 12.
Yeah, you missed it.
We gonna
Shot o'clock.
Oh shit.
She's waiting for her. She's waiting for her other friend to come on right now.
You
to come in.
females work in pairs.
But
Females work in pairs.
that's why we getting them both on.
No, I got you. 2
We-
and 2.
And
Yeah,
G's
turn
coming
it.
over here.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
you staying right here. Oh, Fred, you staying on for a while?
I'll sit over there.
Are you staying on?
I'll sit over
Fred,
there.
but you gotta switch, kid. I gotta sit
I'll
next
sit
to
over
me.
there.
Oh,
man,
I
here we
wasn't
go.
expecting this. This is what I was not expecting. Listen, everybody out there, y'all know Zay left because his girlfriend told him to come home. So He's
And
gone.
that's okay.
If not, he's sleeping on the couch.
That's
Yep. Oh shit! Listen, I've been trying to get Fred to come on for 3 hours. Now he wants to come on.
Convincing from me and Valerie.
Hey.
Oh snap! We gotta introduce. We gotta introduce our new guest. Our new guest. We have Fred.
Where's he?
Yo. We got what's your handle on Instagram? Know that?
Just Fred.
Just Fred. Just Fred, man. What's say that again? Just Fred _ man, please. And we have
You're gonna get in.
pass that beer. And we got Kayla Rivera on Instagram. And we got
No, it's the only Kayla.
The only Kayla. And we got what is it? Val
Obsessed with V.
Oh, obsessed with V in the building, man. Man,
That's kind of self-centered, don't you think?
She's obsessed with herself.
That's good.
No. You'll be obsessed.
You
with
understand
Me.
what I'm saying? It's self-centered, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You trying to give her credit. She
I
let you
was,
down.
but listen, I known these
But
two.
it's okay. I'm not self-centered. I just know what I got.
Oh, I've known.
I ain't gonna
listen,
let her say it's okay.
Listen,
for her Instagram.
That's it. But
Fuck
listen,
it, it's
everybody
okay.
out there, man. I've known these two women on the side for quite a long time, man. Thank you guys for even coming and talking. And man, I appreciate you. I honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have no idea where this is about to go.
We have no idea.
Oh, you know where it was about to go?
No idea.
It says unrehearsed. I mean, everything is unrehearsed up here, but this is about to be a fun one, everybody, man. I've been waiting for Kayla to come up here. She left me How long ago you left me?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, she left, went to Atlanta. She's over
Left
there.
us.
She left me.
Us.
She left us 2 years ago. She came back and she came over here to pod with us and give us everything. Even though she came on before, but it wasn't like this. Like she didn't have all this shit that we had before. But thank you for coming on today.
I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah,
I really am.
we
really am.
like leaps and steps down from when we was before, right?
That's crazy.
Are you drunk?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wanted to make
I
sure.
didn't even
You're not really responsive. You gotta tell
I
me
needed to
something.
make sure where we at. But yeah, man, let's go. Where my man Challen at?
Come on.
Nah, he's coming in. Uh-oh.
He wants to get in.
Ready.
Challen, somebody, we're gonna switch off him in a few, but Challen is crazy.
Get him a shot.
Challen, get Challen a shot. Look at him.
He
Look
goes.
at him.
He goes
That's-
by.
Turn it up.
His name is
Roman.
what's it? No, what's his name? Mama Beyonce. That's it.
No, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. That's his shit.
fuck that up.
I'm sorry, I fucked that up.
You didn't get that right. You didn't get that part right.
I never get nothing right. I didn't get none of y'all names right on Instagram.
That's true.
At least you can.
I know yours.
At least you can.
And I know mine. What's up, though? Let's go. Put out the Book of James. Let's get some stuff for them. The Book of James is coming out,
The
baby.
book
Uh-oh.
of the
Book
man.
of James is coming
But
out.
before we do that,
Right.
were there any like takeaways that y'all got from the conversation that we had earlier that y'all want to?
Yeah, that I can't wait for
Wrap
next
around,
year
bring
in
back?
fantasy football.
Oh,
What?
I just want to put that out
this
there.
nigga got smoked.
I got grudge, bro.
What happened? It's almost time.
James.
It's almost time.
He better pencil me in that book for
I
next
got
year.
you. I got you. Oh wait,
Week 6.
Before he leave, he got to sign the wall.
Oh yeah, G say he's signing it after.
Okay.
He don't
And,
got he said he's not ready.
He
yet.
need penmanship classes.
Yeah.
Was there any takeaways or things that y'all wanted to give an opinion about from the conversation that we had with G?
Start off.
It would always get worse. That's one of the takeaways.
I thought it was really interesting how there were certain conversations that he brought up, and you guys were very defensive very quickly.
Oh,
Who?
All of y'all.
Really?
And it was really interesting, right? Because it was just like he was trying to get into like a deeper level, and y'all like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't got insecurities. I do everything good. I'm not gonna get cheated on.
I never said that.
No, some of them
Yeah.
said they were
I know,
uncheatable.
First of all,
James did.
listen,
Uncheatable.
I said
Oh, JC.
a girl could cheat on me. I
That's
don't understand why. I've said
But I
that.
thought it was really interesting because I was like, oh, you
I'm
really
dope.
don't take a step back and really analyze the situation.
So let's
Let's take a step back. So let's
Gotta
take
get
a
back on.
No.
What
you
she
done
said that
fucked
y'all
up.
not aware.
No, so let's bring it to you, ladies. Then what's up? So, what were one of the questions that he asked us that we need to ask them? Yeah, y'all fucked up.
I'm not ready for
You
that.
fucked up.
You might as well bring G back.
G's
Yo,
coming
for
back. He's
real.
coming back.
I
What
thought
it-
this was going
You
another
gotta-
way, though.
No.
This
His first
was-
question was, what are the first 3 things you are gonna look for in a man
Yes.
to define if you're in a relationship with him, or to define that you could
This
be in a
nigga, he
relationship with
botched the whole
That means you
question.
got to
but
answer
it's
too,
all right.
because you wasn't on earlier.
Don't let them bully you.
I walked
What
in
happened
late.
here? What happened?
Don't let them bully you.
You were right next to me when I heard the question. You weren't on earlier neither.
So,
I
go
know,
ahead.
but you asking us, and now we have
No,
to answer.
you go.
No, I
Ladies
said let's
first.
reiterate.
He's a gentleman.
Oh.
Ladies first.
3 qualities?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
3 qualities,
Can I
right?
get a lifeline?
Gee, what was the question? What's your top 3
Connection.
most important connections?
Your 3 most important connection. Your 3 most important connection to the.
In a form
First
of
of all, I just want to
relationship.
say sorry, guys, because they're a little lit.
We were on the sidelines for a
They was
little
on the
long.
sideline for 3 hours over there drinking with Fred. They a little lit.
You're not gonna blame me for this.
No, I didn't blame you. I just said that's what they was doing.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. I think communication. I think that's one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a. It's not. I can't look at each other. And
I
say,
know, right? Lifeline.
Y'all talk about us. We were defensive and all
No,
that.
I'm
shit.
not defensive. It's different. Think about
Yeah,
it.
you the caller. Come on.
I think what we
Yo.
talked about earlier, too, was the sexual
Sexual connection
connection
also.
is a must.
So sexual
Mhm.
connection.
So that's
Sexual
2.
connection,
That's-
communication, and just being able to be vulnerable with that person, because that person's seeing all of you, the good and the bad, right?
But you don't know that from jump.
You could tell.
You could tell if
you
somebody's
could tell
gonna-
if you
That's
can
tough.
trust someone enough. Like if you're gonna hook up with someone, it's just gonna be like, oh, it's a hookup. Like I know what I'm coming into. But if you vibe or you connect with someone, you know, it's not just gonna be like, oh.
So you're saying that men are vulnerable with them when you first start talking to them?
No.
I think men know who they want to open up to.
Huh?
Yeah.
You guys don't think so?
It's not gonna be every girl you meet off the jump, but you know that one girl. You know that one girl.
But how? What if?
I-
what if he says there's been one girl's other? That's like we're saying, oh, she's the one, and then she don't end up being the one. But,
But
I
she
was
doesn't
already
have to
open
be the one. She could be the one for that moment.
But I was already open to her, so
Yeah,
I was
but you
already
don't-
vulnerable. So vulnerability is all in the moment.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
It's just all
Shit.
temporary because I can open up to you right now,
Okay.
and it could be nothing. So am
But
I
it
really
can be
vulnerable, or am I
something,
just
but why
open?
does it have
I
to
never
be
thought of it
nothing,
like
right?
that.
You can open up to me, and it's you opening up to a stranger, and you letting something out you can't tell your best friend, but you let it out.
Or your girl.
And how many things are you going to tell someone you met in weeks versus something you tell your best
Sometimes
friend?
it's easier to talk to a stranger versus a friend.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie to
fair.
you. There was a point in time where I ain't even know G that much, and I was sitting there telling him my life story. I needed help and all that shit. Like, and that's a true fact. Even when like some females like I know that are cool with whatever like that. There's been some points in time where I don't know them that well, and I sit down and have a conversation with them. I'm like, oh, my mama did this, my dad
But
it's true.
But not when you like, my mama did this, and I see a relationship. with you.
No, but it doesn't
No, you
always
can.
have to go to a
You can.
relationship.
You can. It's possible.
In the talking stage, like
And the talking
first-
stage, yeah. The talking stage, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, you have to be transparent. Like you gotta be.
I mean, you don't gotta like.
But the
look at
question
this-
was
look at this
vulnerability,
diva right there.
not transparency.
We gotta get them all. We gotta get them all.
all. I've been waiting for this one.
Oh my God, that's a
He's
show
been
right
telling
there.
me for months he wants to come on the pod. He did. He
It's
hit me
tough.
up like, "Yo, I'm coming on." I said, "All right." He didn't even ask me. He said,
Jump
"I'm
in.
coming."
Pulling up.
Yeah, he said, "I'm coming on."
Jump in.
Oh, here we go.
Set the vibe right.
You getting up?
Fred gotta
Damn,
go.
you getting
Fred nervous already.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fred nervous. Yeah,
You don't even got another mic set up.
we could set up another.
He
That's not what I
"Set up
said. I
another
said you
mic,
don't have
please."
No, we can't. we could
Gotta do
sit
that.
we could sit him in the middle right there and they can share.
Yeah, we can make it. I mean, you can make it work. But we can't.
It's whatever y'all want to do.
Ah shit! I fucked it up.
Instagram.
My fault.
Got a question?
You have a question?
Ask
All right,
it.
ask it.
Ask it. Yeah.
is that if you ask every guy in this room what's the longest they've waited to have sex with a woman, I guarantee you.
Nah, 8 months.
No.
8 months.
8
8
months.
months.
You waited?
8 months. 8 months.
But you see the surprise.
Who said 8 months?
No. All right. Hold on, everybody. The longest it takes you to have sex with a guy. What is that?
I could tell you.
How long it takes you to wait?
Are we really
For
doing
me,
this?
Yeah, for you.
3 months.
3 months. You have a set date.
3 months.
All right, yo, listen. We gotta keep it down. In the back. We can hear everything. What
He
you
asked
said?
me. I said 3 months.
3 months?
No.
No,
me.
she said personally.
Not personally. What would you advise a young lady? Like, how long if they feel like how long should they wait?
See, that's hard because you're telling a woman
To do
what
something.
she should do with her body. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's not my place to say how long she should feel she should wait, because there's some women who feel like, you know what, I have such a strong connection, I'm gonna sleep with him like tonight, tomorrow, after meeting him a day or two, and there's other women who choose to wait longer.
I think it's whatever feels right.
Hmm.
Whatever you want.
And
Like you look back in hindsight, like,
oh,
All right, so Val,
I could tell you.
take the floor.
What's the question?
The question,
You didn't hear the second question. What was the second question?
but she didn't even answer the first.
Oh, she didn't answer the first. All right.
I
No,
go.
she did. She
Oh,
did.
what you said?
I said with the what? What was the question?
You said whatever you feel like it's right.
Yeah, whenever it feels like it's right. Like if I meet you and it's right, it's right. If I meet you and we hang out 10 times,
And
then
it's
you're gonna wait the 10 times.
Okay.
my question to females that I always I attack females with this question because I feel like it's something that y'all don't think about. It's
G, pull up a chair right next.
Yo, for real.
Cause
you want me to text it to you?
no, I want you to pull up a chair right there and just move the mic back and forth.
It got to be this one.
I'll share
The
with
last
you.
one, yeah,
I'll
just
share.
the last one. There we go. We about to. Oh, this is
Someone
about to
needs to
go.
take a video of that one over there.
I need some water.
I
Listen,
need to take a video of that one
Yeah,
over there.
Coronavirus. Why would you try to pass me that?
Oh my god.
All right. Here we go. G,
go,
it's on
G.
you.
Let's go, G. Yeah.
So one thing. No, but I'm good, right?
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things that I always question women is like, what are your standards, right? Because if you go into a situation with a guy unprepared with what your baseline is, then a really smooth guy could talk you out your panties. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So, but if you always had that foundation, like I tell my daughter, I'm like, I don't want you. I would tell her, this is something I would tell my daughter who's growing up. I would tell her, I don't want you sleeping with somebody before at the minimum maybe 2 months. Let's just say that, right? My daughter's turning 12. But I'm saying, I hope to have these conversations with her. I want to create that communication with my daughter. I can't. I'm not talking sex with my daughter. No. But my communication with my daughter is super duper open. It's super transparent. So I'm sure we'll get to this point. But I would say that, and I would say, and that's at a minimum. Like set your baselines. If your baseline is 6 months, then stick to it. You know what I mean? Because the right person is gonna wait. The foundation of love is patience. The opposite of love is rushing to get to it. You ever felt like you did everything you could with a person in the first 3 months? Like there was no growth for marriage and kids after that?
So my relationships, I've waited multiple months.
I feel
the
like
people who have not been in a relationship with.
As a guy, have you ever told yourself like, I don't want to rush into sex because I'm afraid that once I'm nut, I'm gonna be disinterested?
Yes. I've had girls. I've done that, and I've had girls that be like, "Yo, why you don't like me?" I said, "I fucked you too quick."
What about you? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Roman.
Roman.
No, what's your name?
It's Roman. Thank you, Kayla. It's Roman. My real name is Challen. Thank you for having me.
What's his name?
Challen.
Challen.
But nobody knows that.
That's what
nobody
I'm
knows
by.
that exactly.
Fuck.
Give it up my government
All right,
name.
so I'll call you whatever you feel. Roman. Let me ask you something. You ever felt like when you really care about somebody, you don't want to rush to that next step?
No.
No, I mean, it's real. It's an open answer. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm asking. So you don't think that when you have sex with somebody dictates the foundation that you allow to build for your relationship? What if I told you that 90% of the people that you've had sex with are not the one? Is that okay with you?
Yes.
So if you value yourself as the prize, then that means you gave up 24 karat gold for a nickel. Let me say this. Understand me. Let me say something real quick. What if I told you to? Okay, so I'm gonna give you something.
Let's see how she sees it.
It's gonna open her mind real quick before I pass the mic. What if I told you to put a monetary value on your sex, right? Which means that maybe in the dating realm, the guy has to spend at least $1,500 in dates before you have sex with them. If you just think about it. If you had sex with a guy on the first date, you pretty much gave up one of the most intimate parts of yourself for about $200. Does that even sound like your value?
No.
But why does it have to be monetary though, right?
Because I have to put it in a way that you're gonna catch it.
No, but it's not catching, right? Because I don't think that you respect me more or less because you fucked me on the first day versus 20 dates.
But you're not giving yourself time to even make that thought process because he fucked you in the first 20 days. You get it? How do you even know his intentions in the first 20 days?
Why do you have to be emotionally and so available for that person, right? Why can't it just be a fuck?
Are we talking about just fucking? I mean, if we're talking about just fucking,
you're saying like, oh, a person's not gonna respect you because you're sleeping with him on the first night versus whatever night, right? You're saying that they're not gonna respect me the same. But
I can guarantee you that 90% of the men you sleep with that soon are not gonna respect you the same.
But who's to say that I'm respecting them?
Who's to say that you're not respecting yourself?
I am.
See, here's the thing about it, right? If you do have random fucks, do you feel like it diminishes your value in sex? Like, look how you're talking like it already.
No, I'm not.
You're saying, what if it's just a fuck?
What if it is?
Friends with benefits.
Which has its time and place, right? But we're talking about guiding to love. We're not guiding to lust. I could show you the guide to lust 80% of the times, right? That's if you walk into 100% of the rooms and ask single men if they want to sleep with you, 90% of the time they're gonna say yeah, without even addressing your value, without you even addressing your value, right? So I'm asking you, in order to see your value, how long do you think you need time-wise? Because if you're looking at a guy, is it a safe assumption to say that a guy who's willing to wait values you more?
No.
How?
Because some guys are just determined.
I will agree with that to a certain extent.
Go ahead.
I feel like in certain instances, a man will wait just to sleep with you, and then after it, it's like, okay, it's done because he got it already. I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying there are some men out there that would put in the work to wait because they really want to sleep with you. But if they don't see anything else past that, then there's no reason for them to stay.
It's a great work. So I have a question to the fellas in the room. How much months of work or how much time you willing to put in just to sleep with a woman?
For me, I would say
how much time?
2 weeks. 2 weeks?
Damn.
And then we go back to the original question, right? And it's on average, what's the longest you've waited to sleep with a woman?
I disagree with that.
I've waited years.
You were a high school sweetheart. We're gonna exclude you from this one.
I disagree with that though.
You disagree with what? Go ahead, say it.
I think that like the long. Give me the question one more time because I was listening to y'all, but I disagree with you.
My last question was as a man, what's the longest you wait? On average, what's the longest you waited to have sex with a woman?
That's not fair.
It's a question.
Because no, that's not fair. On average, it's like I'm not out there looking for the one at all the time. Sometimes I was out there looking for fun. So I could sleep with you to like one day. I could sleep with you a week. That's what I was looking for at the moment. You talk about to love, like average that I waited to have sex with somebody that I wanted to care about is longer than what I did for the girl I met at the bar. That's not fair to say.
No, answer the question though.
So the reason why I ask is because I feel like for men, it's true. Like if we really like a woman, whether we have sex with her in 2 days or have sex with her in 90 days, it doesn't matter. We really like her. But for women, you have to have your guard up, right? Especially if you're not just looking for a fuck. If you're just looking for a fuck, then fine. Go on Tinder, swipe left, right. I don't know what the swiping method is for Tinder. I never used it. But whatever fucking direction you swipe it, and you're gonna get a quick fuck. But if you're actually looking for something, then how do you allow yourself to clarify a person's intentions? How do you know? Like you said, how do you know that he's not just driven and wants to have sex? How do you know without time? You do.
Nah,
you
don't.
slow down. It's no way. I've never seen a guy. I've never. And if there's any guy in the room right now, I swear to God, I give you $20. if you waited 6 months just to fuck a woman, like 6 consistent months. No, but you probably really liked her.
I want my $20.
Okay, I'm saying if you waited 6 consistent months, I'm talking about dates, putting in the work in, and then you fucked her and you left her after 6 months, bro. I'm gonna give you $20 right here. I promise. I mean, real work. I mean,
He said consecutive. Like you
consistent.
have to put in
You
the work.
consistent. Like you putting in the work. I've never seen it. I've never seen a guy do that.
Put in the work to have sex and then leave.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. Like some guys could be that driven. I've never seen that type of drive in a man just to have sex. I'm putting 6 months in. This thing.
I said 3 months.
I'll say 3 months. I ain't never put 3 months in consistently. Take a girl out a date just for a nut. I mean, bruh, I could get more for less.
Respectfully.
It's just real,
That's
right?
what you're gonna get. Less.
Ooh.
Obsessed with
But you get what I'm saying? So as a female, my greatest strength is to slow shit down. Because most men without the great intentions, they're gonna leave. Especially if that's my intentions. Like if I just want to fuck you, I'm not gonna stick around 5-6 months just to get a nut of consistent work. And if you're allowing somebody who isn't putting consistent work in to fuck you, then we have to address your core. Like I said, we got to address how you value yourself. But if you're just looking for a fuck, then what are we talking about, right? That's the easiest path to any type of lust, right? It's just find somebody you're attracted to, make sure they don't have a micro penis as a female, right? And then go at it. Right? I mean, that's what it is.
What if they had a micro penis? What would you do? Like, and you really liked him, but his dick was dumb small.
Oh my goodness.
You have a story. Story time. Let's go. Let's go.
No.
She gave me the look like, what happened? Tell us the story.
No, I would never expose anyone. I don't kiss and tell.
You don't gotta say no names.
No. It's unfortunate.
But
No, it's unfortunate.
what would you do? You'll leave him?
You can't stay.
It's unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Very unfortunate.
What if he had a micro penis, but his tongue game was good? No? What would you do? Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Listen, man, we passed shot o'clock. We about you want we gonna do it anyway. Let's do it. Everybody put your
Mine
drinks
is
up,
over
man.
there
Put your
somewhere.
drinks up. Put your drinks up. We good, dude. We should go.
Mine is over
I got
there.
to join too. Shot o'clock.
Everybody shot o'clock. Put your drinks in the air. Let's do this, man. Thank everybody in here for coming and chilling and drinking and all that, man.
Man, we here.
Sir.
Hey,
Sir.
listen. You want us to tell the story?
My girl.
Yo, listen, I love everybody in here, man. Let's drink this, man. Cheers. Oh, man, that was funny. Let's keep it going. G, sit back down.
Yeah. You can.
Go ahead.
Tell the story. She can tell the story.
About what?
How y'all can't whisper like there's no
We
mics
got
in front of y'all
stories for
face?
days. That's off the record.
What do you want to know? What do you want to
I do
know?
have a good question. At what point in a female's life does she just want to fuck to fuck?
When she wants to fuck.
I'm curious. Like, at what point?
When she get a divorce.
Wait, I was confused about the question.
When she get a divorce or when she get cheated on.
Then it's like going
It's
to
just
full rampage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun.
And
No, I think there's stages in between of that.
she's like, hold on, that's not every break.
Actually, I haven't even been nowhere near that, and I'm chilling.
Yeah, see, it's hard to read them too because they looking at each other like,
No,
should I say it? Should I
You
not?
gotta get deeper. You gotta get into the questions and dive into them and shit. Because women are layered creatures, right? They're not just gonna give. Women have
Okay,
depth.
Shrek.
Yeah, yeah.
Talking about
Gotta pull the
Yo, she's an
onions,
onion.
man. Pull the
They onions.
It's layers to this shit, but it's true. Like I feel like with women, like I'll give you a perfect example. I feel like a woman could
Nah,
be.
I'm good. Nigga. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a condenser. I feel like a woman could be in a relationship with somebody who's not their type physically.
No.
And learn to. This is proven.
Not me.
This is proven. Not for you. I'm saying not everybody. Everybody's different. But I'm saying a woman is more likely to be in a relationship who's not really 100% her type physically than a man is willing to accept that. So
for me, the
Yep.
biggest thing is attraction. If I'm not attracted to you, like physically, there's no point in us even having a conversation.
And your
what if
personality.
what if your significant other had a burn accident? God forbid. Knock on wood.
But that's different. If you're
but
with
you're
them
with
and
them,
something
that-
happens,
Physical
but I'm
changes.
saying before that,
Initial meet, she means.
initial
attraction.
meet.
Initial
It's-
attraction.
If I'm not
Initial
attracted
attraction.
to you,
And your
there's no reason for us
personality.
to
Initial attraction. What do you need?
Yeah. What do you look for initially? Is it physically or is it the mental connection, the
No,
vibe?
it's your personality.
Look.
Mine is I gotta be attracted.
I gotta have fun with
Communication.
you.
You got to be able to talk.
Yeah.
And what like how can somebody catch your attention? Like what type of communication or banter do you appreciate the most?
Are you serious? Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Tell them we on the. Answer the phone.
They hung up.
You hung up on them.
Communicate.
Are you serious? You on a show?
Listen. I got people.
Tell them you feel busy.
It's still early.
Okay, so what is it? Answer it.
Okay, what's the question again? What's the question?
So what type of banter do you appreciate when you talk about that conversation or that initial like I know for me, like I love when a person could tie in something down the line, right? So if I say something to her and I'm just like, that's what she says. That's the most simplest example. Like if I say it and then down the line she says that's what she said. Like that type of banter is attractive to me.
I mean,
you're
I just like-
listening.
Yeah.
I gotta have fun with the person. You know, I just gotta have fun with the person.
You love to laugh. I can tell right off the rip.
Yeah, you know, I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. Yeah, and then of course he gotta be cute.
He is not here yet. When he is here,
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
about
You know,
to go.
I'm
Look,
here.
Justin knows
no,
him.
no.
You being a
I'm
classy
here.
girl.
He's being quiet. He's not talking. If he's here, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the pod is over. He's going crazy.
No,
Yes.
We got any more liquor? Let's get him some liquor.
No, no.
Let's get
They
him some
got
liquor.
the Hennessy.
Yeah, let's get some Hennessy over here. Can we get some Hennessy?
I'm okay with my water. No, no. I'm okay with my water.
He's practicing safe drinking.
Respect it. I respect it.
No, I mean,
But what's up with you? How have you been?
I've been good. You know, I've been chilling. You know, low key. You know, I've been.
Yeah, your
just
energy
doing
is
my own
definitely not
thing.
where I know it could be for
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
You have no idea.
Listen.
I got a question for you, Roman.
Oh God.
Would you say that it takes a secure person to be with you? And why? Yes and no. Either way. Why?
Because yes.
Yes, okay. And
To
why?
answer your question, yes, and because I'm scared to get my heart broken, so that's why.
But why do they have to be secure?
And because I'm a Leo, so I love hard, and that's just who I am. So yeah, you have to.
Aren't Leo's dicks?
No, we love it, honey.
And
You should know
But
that.
why do they?
why do they have to be
Why do
secure
they
to
have
be
to
with
be
you?
secure to be with you? Like, not a jealous type, or like they have to be secure in themselves.
Yeah, they have to be secure because we Leos, we love everybody.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows me, everyone loves me. Just
So you're saying you're friendly.
I'm
and so
friendly
they
and
have
my
to be secure in
personality.
that.
So you have to be secure. It's okay. Like I'm not gonna cheat on you or anything. Like I love you. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. This is a real question. Have you ever been accused of cheating? Have you
No,
ever been
I got
accused
cheated on, but I've never been accused of cheating.
You never been accused of cheating? Damn, that's some different. Has anybody else here
What?
No.
What?
been accused of cheating on like their significant? Has anybody accused you of cheating on them?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
You?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all. For the people who have you ever questioned yourself like, why does this person think I'm so stupid to get caught up the way they think I'm gonna get caught up?
100%.
Like if I was, you ever told yourself like if I was gonna cheat on you, you wouldn't know.
Yes.
Mhm.
Of course. I think everybody thinks like that.
Mhm.
Though.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Not
not.
her. She never been accused. He's never been accused. So
I
not
don't think
everybody.
I've
I'm a
ever
good
been
girl.
accused.
I'm one of the good ones.
Are you?
Yeah. I need to accuse me of anything.
Well, we gotta dive in. That's
Dive
why we
in,
get deeper.
dive in.
Kayla's one of the good ones. We don't need to get accused, you know?
Man, listen.
This one
Everybody
over
got
here,
accused.
one of the bad ones.
I've never been accused.
That's
You've
good.
never been
I've-
accused?
I don't not of cheating.
I mean, I've only been in 3 relationships.
How long were the lengths of those relationships?
The first one was 2 years. The next one was 2 years, and the last one's been 3.
So the 2-year mark has been a hurdle for you.
It has.
So how did you feel coming into that third year?
It was a stretch. It was a stretch.
No, it's interesting, right? Because I feel like
But it's different because I have a child now. So it's a totally different type of relationship.
how do you, for people who's listening who have children, how do you feel like you keep that passion alive while you're, because that's very difficult. It's very difficult to be mom and be wife. You know what I mean? Like, and
It
keep
is.
the level of passion up from when you were single and
Mhm.
had that time to yourselves. How do you feel like you promote that passion, promote that spontaneity? You know what I mean? To still be that way in a relationship after you have kids.
It's hard because you can easily get lazy because you're so comfortable with the person that you're just like, I don't have to try hard because I know you love me regardless. So I don't know, I'm just extra. So like I'm just I'm just this way all the time. But there are some times where I find myself like just lounging around the house and just getting into that whole mommy mode, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta step out of it because you just have to, you know.
Dishes to wash.
Did
Huh?
dishes to die? Did
You
your-
know, I'll be honest. I don't wash dishes. I don't cook. I don't do none of that.
I don't cook. I don't
What?
clean.
I
So you
don't.
don't
7 days a
cook?
week.
I do not.
I got a question for the
I have
female.
a good man.
Would you say that the role of the housewife in comparison to the past is non-existent? And I'm gonna give you examples so that you can speak on it, right? But back in the day, a housewife, when she had to wash clothes, she had to take the clothes to the river or she had to take it to the wash. Do you feel like
How back are you throwing it?
we
Way
can go
back.
what are we talking
Way
about?
back like a Maybach.
Adam and Eve.
Hello.
It's like the
Somebody had to wash
1950s
that.
talking about
Adam
the
and
river.
Eve.
kidding.
They didn't even have clothes.
Essentially, right? We're talking we're talking about what the 40s, right? When the 40s or the 50s,
40
when the washing
Central.
machine, the
40
first
Central,
conventional
that's
washing
right.
machine came out.
Mhm.
40
So we're
Central
not talking
invented
that
the washing
long ago,
machine.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but
the
they
wheel.
didn't go to the river.
They did, or they went
No.
to the washroom
Not
with
in
the
the
washboard and was
50s.
scrubbing. So even if you went to
They had a
the
little
wash
tub.
and they had the
Even if
washboard,
you had the
Yeah.
tub.
do you
That's
feel
too
like
much.
do you feel would you
Too
do
much.
you know what I'm saying? So do you feel like the when somebody says I'm a housewife, you look at them like, all right, but what else?
But you on the switchboard.
What do you mean?
Because they don't have, like, when back in the day they wanted to clean the rug, they had to take it outside, beat it with the broom.
But it's still
They had-
different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there
But
was
it's still
some dude-
different.
Go
It's
ahead.
still
Yeah, you're
different
doing
because
shit
even
right
though technology has advanced, being a mom and being a housewife and being a stay-at-home mom is a lot of work that I feel like sometimes men don't understand. They're like, "Oh, but you get to stay in your pajamas all day and you're home." But it's so different. You're literally attending to children or a little child for all day, depending on when, you know, your significant other gets home. And then there's this um notion like, okay, I have to cook, I have to clean. It's just like you never really get a break to sit down. And I think that like for me, when I had my child, I was a stay-at-home mom for 3 months, only because I just had her. But I never ever, like I said, I will never be a stay-at-home mom. Like before I had her, after, and those 3 months that I was home, it was a lot of work. And I was like, it's easier for me to go to a 9 to 5 than it is for me to stay at home.
So one thing you said is that you don't cook.
I don't.
Did you say you don't clean dishes?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. You
don't.
want me to speak
Oh,
about
dishes.
cooking with her?
No, no.
Okay, Justin
dishes.
taught me how to make mac and cheese
Uh-huh.
years ago.
Stir
No,
the pot
from the
long
box.
enough.
From the box.
Boil the water, put the
Add
fucking
butter.
I
noodles
know
in.
how to cook. I just
Stir the
don't.
pot
Put
long
the
enough.
cheese and just fucking.
So
I
Just
don't.
put your fork in it. It's
so,
great.
so my question to you would be: do you feel like not enough women value that aspect of feminine? I can't say femininity, right? However you say that word.
What
Do you
is
feel
the
like not
word?
like I feel like
Femininity.
I feel like back in the day, like a woman took so much pride in cleaning that she didn't like the way anyone else cleaned her house. You know what I mean? But I feel like I wouldn't say a lot of women nowadays. I feel like a lot of modern women who don't have that old, institution inside of them, they don't take pride in the things that potentially are something that would be a
Keep
gender
the
role
house
to
together.
sort of say, right? A gender role.
But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like generations change.
Yeah.
So what you're saying to me is like you want every woman. It's like a repeating cycle. But no.
No, I agree with you. I'm just throwing the question out there to get opinions. I do agree with you. I think roles change, but I do think
Because
that
I don't see no man building me a house right
Thank
now.
you.
Like,
But do you see a man
or
cleaning all the
hunting for
dishes
my
comfortably?
meal
Yeah.
and my coat.
I do.
Mhm.
That's tough.
What'd you say? I'm
Washing
sorry, what was
dishes
the last
to a
part?
man is like you changing a diaper as well.
I just think it depends on what your standard is.
Y'all niggas
Like
don't got
for
You gotta
me,
be able to do both.
yeah,
Why put everything on a woman? We gotta wash the dishes, stay
yeah,
home.
no, I'm not
You
playing
need to
that.
know how to change a diaper. You need to know how to wash a dish.
Yo, let me ask the men. You come home right now and your girl got a cooked meal waiting for you. That all you have to do is warm up. That just don't feel good.
Am I hungry?
Fire.
I mean, I would hope so.
Of
No,
course.
and I agree
Always
with that too.
hungry.
But it's
because
50-50.
But
I agree
one
with that
but
too.
let, no wait hold on
Better.
one at a time. But if they come home from from a
Right.
bad day or the wrong way, don't you think they want home cooked?
Thank you.
Oh, no, yeah,
Vice
it goes
versa.
both ways, but we're
It
talking
does.
about traditional gender roles, right?
No,
Yeah, but it's
but
not-
generation
No, that's
change.
not
I
I'll tell you
think
right
I think
now.
it's
Where we're
different
at.
now. I think it's different.
Yes.
I think
It's
I think
only different if the female comes home like maybe I should have a home cooked meal, but it's not
No.
different if the female comes home like, damn, I gotta have a home cooked meal for my man.
That's what I mean.
So
It
that's where the
depends on your
difference comes.
standard
Yeah, it depends on the
because
female. Yeah, go
it
ahead.
depends on your standard because, for example, my in-laws, they're very like traditional, old school, right? Though, like it's funny. My father-in-law is like, nah, she has to be in the kitchen. She has to do this, and she really does. Like, she'll be in the kitchen. She cooks. She does all that stuff, right? But see, I grew up in a different home where, in the beginning, my mom was taking on the role because my dad was a New York City police officer, so he wasn't
Shout
really
out to your
home.
pops.
Yeah, so my mom had to take care of the kids and she was also a teacher. So she kind of embodied that role on her own. But once my dad started getting towards retirement, she let him know, like, listen, I've been doing this, but you have to take the reins also. So he didn't have a problem cooking, he didn't have a problem cleaning. So I saw both sides 50-50. So for me, I don't feel like a woman should be in the kitchen. Like that's her role. You know what I'm saying? So in my relationship, in the beginning, I saw that mentality was like, oh, you should cook for me, you should. And I had to say, no,
Yeah.
that's not how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it changed because I set that standard. And I said, I understand what you're used to, but you have to understand what I'm used to also. So if this is going to work, it's either going to be 50-50
50.
or you're going to figure it out. Because he
Right.
didn't know how to cook. He didn't know how to clean. His mother did a lot of his stuff. He's not a mama's boy, but like his mother did a lot of his stuff. Let me say something. That
That nigga a
man now,
mama's boy.
that man
OD.
cooks
Fuck
every
outta
night.
here.
I
He
don't know what
comes
you
home
saying.
from work, cooks every night. He cleans, does laundry, takes care of the baby. He does everything.
So what do you do?
Oh,
Listening.
damn.
Nothing.
I'm all the way listening.
I'm like, hold
She's
on,
getting
I'm
her
listening.
time across the board, honey.
So
I
what
don't
it-
have to do nothing.
Fuck
No, I
outta
take
here.
care of my child. I have a full-time
Yeah.
career.
Good
You know what I'm
mom.
saying?
Right.
And I made that known. I made that
Right.
known. I said, listen, my career came before the baby. So again set the standard and said, I'm not going to be here a lot of the time. So are you willing to take on that role? Because I work for the news. I was working 3 p.m. to midnight, sometimes 2 in the morning. Can you take on that role? If you can, I will take this job. If not, then we're going to have to reevaluate this relationship because my career came before you or the baby.
Right.
Would you say that your career still comes before, or would you say that you're and I don't want to cause any conflict in your
Yeah.
relationship. So if you need to just be like,
No,
that's
no,
not
no,
something
that's
I'm
fine.
comfortable. But would you say that I'll rephrase it in a way that's non-confrontational. Would you say that being with you needed a person who could take the back seat to your ambitions?
Yeah.
And so what
To a certain extent. Like I'm not gonna, put you to the side, but I need you to understand that I have worked my entire life for this.
And so what if one day he becomes overly ambitious at something that makes it so that your ambitions have to take the back seat?
That's hard.
It's hard, but it's one of those. If I could put something in your head
Yeah.
now so that you could learn and have an answer for it when you hit the problem, you're gonna know. Oh, we had this conversation. I already expected that this could potentially be a problem because ambition goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
And is his ambition something you're attracted to? Like I said, don't answer nothing that's too difficult.
I think he's ambitious in his own ways, but again, we're totally different because we were raised in 2 different households. The way I was raised was my parents were like, you put God first and education. God, family, education. So like I've always been goal driven. Like I had got my master's degree at 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like
Times across the board, girl.
so again, he lived a different life where his family, that wasn't a thing. And so he took a different route and I took a different route. So he's ambitious, and I think that he's ambitious because I am. So I think the ambition in me motivates him, like, oh wow, like she's at a certain standard. I need to match that.
That's
type
awesome.
of thing.
I
You
love
know?
it. It's like you guys are healthily competing with each other.
Yeah, but he also understands my career, which is why he does sometimes take a back seat and says, I'll take care of the baby. I'll do all these things so that you can flourish.
So the reason why I ask is I know a couple who she started her own company. She started a consulting company for procurement services. And her husband was an engineer, so he took the back seat. And then kind of down the line in life, he got an opportunity that completely made her have to be a stay-at-home mom.
That's tough. I don't know if I could ever be a stay-at-home mom.
And she did it willingly. She gave up her career making $400,000 a year.
That was her decision to do.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has a choice.
I
We
think
have free will.
I think the question mainly lies is like, is a woman gonna be as supportive for a man's ambition and drive and be that stay at home and be all of it or whatever you require out of a man versus a female chasing her ambition? Like, all right, this is what I want to do. I'm a female. This is what I've been trying to do. This is what I've been striving. You're a man. You can kind of make it wait. You can kind of make it work whenever your opportunity applies. So is a female as supportive to take a back seat off the initial drive? Like, well, this is what I've been working on. So I hear what you've been working on, but this is what I've been working on. This is the point of my life now. So is a female as accepted? Because technically, when a female's as driven, they expect a certain of, okay, well, I'm a female. Like I've been working towards this. I have to make it work. It's neither now or never, because you never know how the market gonna look at me. Type. So when a guy takes that back seat, it's like, okay, yeah, I take that back seat. I got you. Now, I think the real question in relationships or that whole talking phase is, are you going to sit back now when I'm ready to flourish and go crazy and go forward at 400% throttle? Are you ready now to switch that role again?
It's tough.
It's hard because
I
people
can't answer that
change.
'cause I couldn't
people
imagine that.
change.
Do you expect do you like a man who
People change.
leads?
Yes, but if I change
I'm saying now, I'm not talking about, we can't talk about the what ifs in history, right? I'm saying now, like, do you want a man who leads? Is that a quality that you look
I
for
don't
when
need
picking
a man that lead because I'm a leader already.
What about you?
You know,
what about
no.
the females?
I mean, I think it's very attractive a man that leads, but sometimes the man
Y'all just
isn't
want a
always
man
the
to fall
leader.
back on. Y'all want a man to fall back on.
Of course, don't you want? But, but don't you also want a woman to fall back on?
Right.
The question
right.
is, do you want a man to lead? Or do you want a man to fall back on?
Lead in what way?
Yeah.
Lead. So I would consider it like if I'm leading, like my girlfriend or my significant other, wife, whatever level you at, right, is going to follow my tracks. She's going to follow down the path that I've dictated for our future, keeping in mind both of our ambitions. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the trust in a relationship essentially that you're doing, right? When we get into a relationship, we give people control of our intangibles, right? So we give people control of our definition of love. We give people control of our confidence to an extent. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ever been confident going into a relationship, and then in the relationship you lose confidence because it's like that person isn't giving you the attention that you thought, right? So we give people the control over those intangibles. We give a significant other, like this into Kayla's situation, I think her man is not only comfortable allowing her to lead with the path that you dictated, but his ambition, part of his ambition is supporting your ambitions.
You know what
So
else
you
is
get what I'm
supporting
saying?
right now?
So it's
Shot
like
o'clock.
I don't even know what's coming.
Everybody, let's go. Somebody
Kevin,
get that
give my
shot.
cup.
Go ahead. You can take that as a shot. You can take that as a shot. Take it.
Bring that and that. The cup and the Doritos.
Bring me the damn
Let's go. Let's go.
Doritos.
Let's go. Let's go. We got a little bit more for you guys. We got a little bit more for you guys. Ask JT. Let's go. We go. Ask him.
I'm down.
What happened?
Shot o'clock, baby. All right, listen.
No more pens.
No more pens.
Mind your business.
That was off the camera.
Yeah, that was off the
I didn't say
record.
nothing.
What?
That was
You victimize yourself.
What happened with
That's
pens?
fucked up.
Can y'all tell us what happened with pens?
It don't even matter.
Chill,
Nah,
I'm
just
no pens on
vibing.
All right, but let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody put your drinks in the
Everybody
air.
got
Put
a
your
little
drinks in the air.
was chilling. That's it.
Put your drinks in there. Put your drinks in there. Everybody,
You don't
shot
give me a
o'clock,
shot or am I
shot
drink my beer?
I thought you said you were gonna do your beer.
Now I want a shot.
Oh, we gotta.
JT left.
Said, fuck that beer, boy.
I don't deserve a shot?
Oh, she not good
You
enough?
looked and said, "Can I
Is
drink my
she
beer?"
not good enough?
No,
for a
I
shot?
said, oh, I guess I'm gonna have my beer.
Oh, I
Yes,
thought you
you
said,
ain't got
"Can I
no-
have my beer?" Oh, my fault. I'm
Damn,
sorry.
y'all invite me up here, don't even give me a
That's fucked
shot?
up. Yo,
That's fucked
yo, we
up.
about to end the show.
Obsessive vibe, right?
Everybody, put your drinks in the air, man. Shot o'clock one more time. Everybody out there, put your drinks up. Let's go. Thank you, man. Let's go.
I'm scared of 40 Central.
Yeah, we know you scared.
you know, bro.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
That was good. Okay.
What was
Let's get like 2-3 more, then we out of here. Jack, and don't you come back no more.
That's
no
a fact.
more.
That's a fact. That's
No
a
more.
fact.
All right,
That's a
JT about to pull up real quick. You leaving?
I gotta hit the road with him.
Jack.
You got work
Jack?
in the morning.
All right, he got the. He got the
I'm the only one on vacation. I'm over here like, what's up?
You've been on vacation for like 3 years.
What do you? What do you care?
You're not getting spicy.
Goddamn,
You need to get spicy.
Yeah, we got a couple of things. You got anything that you want to add? Yeah, bro. Thank you for.
Pleasure.
Having me.
It was nice
The pleasure.
meeting you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Ken,
we scooching over.
Yo, G, thank you.
Nice.
Oh, you leaving?
Bro, man. Nice meeting you.
Thank gang. I know you're corona concern. No worries.
that's an insider.
Yeah.
Look at
The last time.
No.
I put you on Instagram.
Did you?
Mhm.
You put what you mean? Did you?
I put that you're on the podcast.
You tagged me in?
I did.
So
Shout out to Roman.
Shout out to
Shout out to him.
Roman.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, man. Thank you. First of all,
Can I get a clip of this? This is one of my resumes.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't let him. If somebody calls for a reference, don't let him.
Yeah,
call.
don't call me. I messed up one of my
He
friends.
fucked up. He fucked up so
It
bad.
was him, actually. It was him. He asked me
No.
Long story short, he asked me for a reference and I dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Let me tell you something. I've been a manager. I've been a general manager. I've been a landlord.
Rolex.
All of it.
Did it all. Hard working.
Yes. Put me as your reference. I got you.
Everybody, y'all heard that, right?
I got a question though. Is it possible that I want to do an interview with each of y'all individually because I feel like y'all all have
Yes.
Oh,
so much to
God.
offer.
Right now.
Not now.
Kevin, if
No,
you
no,
don't
I'm
do
about
the
to say,
damn
not
thing,
now.
you
You don't
said
got
a
time. But I can just tell like y'all all have so much to offer, and I definitely think that our audience will benefit from hearing all these stories and perspectives. So can we get that done?
Sure.
I'm
whenever
only here
she
for
gets
limited
Yeah, I'm about to say I know
time,
you only here for a while,
but
so can
I'll come back in a few weeks, probably. Hopefully.
we
might
try to
get
get the
Kayla
interview
comes
before
up
you
here.
leave?
We could do it in Atlanta.
Come to Atlanta and do a podcast.
Oh, you live in
I got literally a radio station that I work for, and they have a whole thing where you can do a podcast.
It's done.
That'll be one
I'm
of the
gonna be in
episodes.
Atlanta May 2nd.
No, you're not. You always
Yes,
lying.
I am. I'm really coming May 2nd. I'm booking my flight next week. I'm going.
He's not going.
Yes.
No, but I think I'm gonna come back in a few weeks. But yeah, we can. I leave Saturday anyway.
Okay. Are you in New York?
I am.
She's in the Bronx.
Oh, you in the Bronx?
I'm down the block.
Oh shit! Perfect. All right.
And you in
Bronx?
I'm in the Bronx.
Country
Shout out to
club.
DX.
Hey.
Oh, you don't know the live on the block?
Yeah, I live with the pools and the cheese.
He lives in the penthouse.
Yeah,
Press
thank
P,
you, Kayla.
baby.
Thank you.
I got you, baby.
Thank you.
Oh.
Nah,
What was the
Yeah.
question you had?
that was my question. I just wanted to know, like, I don't want this energy to die out
Hell
after,
no.
after
This
this
is-
podcast because I feel like there was so much, untapped energy that we really didn't get a chance to get into.
Yeah.
But for good reasons because we had a great conversation. But
Mhm.
I feel like on an individual basis, you all have so much to offer, and I want to just deep dive into your stories, your backgrounds, like how you got to where you are, stuff like that. What happened?
One question.
Oh,
Why is
shit.
Atlanta so lit?
What?
Cause we open, baby.
Yep.
Cause we
He
open.
said, "Why is Atlanta so
Cause
lit?"
we open.
Atlanta's open. Yeah, they open.
Outside.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah,
All Star
outside.
Weekend was 2 weekends ago. We outside.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. The hair looks beautiful. You look amazing today.
Oh, thank you.
See?
Thank
See?
you.
Shout out to you.
Forget it. Forget it.
Yes.
That's the end of that.
End of it. It's the end of it. It's the end of it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you
Have you been to Atlanta?
Can you stop? Stop. Hello.
Huh?
Hello. Don't do it.
Oh, I said what's happening to Atlanta.
No, we're not trying to
We're
have
not
that.
having part two.
So,
no.
long story short, he was the first breakup live on 40 Central podcast. So he had a live.
He broke
breakup.
up. They broke up live on
Because he
40
was
Central.
She was like on the comments.
on the comments, on the phone, in his text.
We heard them yelling out there.
Yelling outside.
Damn,
She almost
that's
pulled
scandalous.
up.
Nigga said we outside. But was it really outside though?
That's not what you asked.
That's real scandalous.
So we just trying to prevent it. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, she ain't watching this today.
Yo, he's
Females are always
bugging. Anyway, let's go.
Justin,
He's
it's on you.
bugging. No.
Close us out.
Oh man. Listen. He's wild.
Say hi.
Listen.
Say hi to my snap.
Look at it go live.
40
Stick your tongue out.
If I go live on Instagram right now,
40
it's a
Central.
wrap.
40 Central, man. Everybody follow 40 Central.
Shout out to 40 Central.
Yo, this guy's wilding. But listen,
Shout out to 40 Central.
I want to thank you guys for even coming out. We talking. You was nervous. Look at you, a little drunk. How?
Hey.
Kayla, man. I know you came up here.
Yeah, y'all gotta come to me now.
Yes.
Yeah. We could definitely do that.
I think we should take a whole field trip.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got
I'm
a
down to go to
house.
Atlanta. I'm going next
Hey.
I got a
second.
house.
You know I'm always packed and ready to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
we know.
She's a solo traveler.
I know.
She
Can we
travels by herself.
can we sign you to 40 Central? Would you mind being like a member of our podcast?
Ooh.
For real?
Gotta talk with Justin about it. But
You didn't even talk to me about it.
I'm talking to you about it now. I said we gotta talk with Justin
He's like,
about it.
damn.
I just want to get a perspective. Like I just want to see, like,
Uh-huh.
because I remember we were talking about getting different podcasts and stuff like that. Like, I mean, we could get her and somebody else.
Gotta
and I think-
FaceTime
Yeah,
me.
you're looking
in.
for a female. Shout
Yeah,
out.
I am.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
are though.
He said, wait,
That's
I'm a
what I'm
female
saying.
too.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to
I'm
you.
impaired.
If we
I'm
give
the
him a
queen.
podcast,
Forget
this
about
shit
it.
is-
It's gonna
It
go
could be
viral.
YouTube.
It's gonna be viral.
No.
She's been saying she wants to start a podcast.
Oh, for real?
She just
All right,
told me
listen.
today.
After I was about to come right
There you
now.
go.
We about to talk about this. About to talk some business. We about to do it, but
Take us out.
yeah, I'm gonna take us out. Chandler, give us some words of wisdom before we get out of here. I'm
Ooh.
sorry.
No. Give us some relationship advice, some words of
Roman,
wisdom.
give us something to get out of here. I'm gonna give everybody the floor real quick.
And, just love and peace. That's-
Okay,
that's
you're
what I-
you're
Yo, are you
BSing.
fucking serious?
You're
Can you
BSing.
be a PG?
Come
Can you
on,
stop?
let's bring it back to Mercy. We all went to school
Oh my
together.
God.
Well, we went
Not
to
me, 'cause I ain't go
college.
to
Yes,
We went to
that's not
college
bad.
together,
I didn't go to
and we
school.
went to high school.
Kayla,
Yeah.
aka
Can
Kardashian.
you?
Shout out to you.
All right. Can you
Me and
stop?
Kayla are high
Can you?
school
Can you
sweethearts.
stop with all this
Yeah.
PC shit and get on your shit and give the people something so we can get
Bring
out
it back
of
to Mercy College
I
days.
can't
Come on,
bring back to Mercy
Bring
College
it
Day.
bring it back. Come on.
You know you're supposed to play my ending "Money" by Nicki.
You can't play music like that.
They'll get copyright
We
issues.
can do it after though. We can do it after. when we talk
like a
about
dungeon dragon.
it. Go ahead.
I
You want to
said
rap?
No. I already said it.
Tell us. Give us something. Give
Come
us
on.
something. Give everybody where they can look at you, follow you, do whatever. show
Okay,
your
guys.
big face.
Thank you guys for having. I know I came last minute, so
Yes.
the next interview we're gonna set it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in the Bronx, born and raised, so we could set something up. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Roman Azara, and I am starting my YouTube channel.
Hey.
Kayla Idea.
What do you do for YouTube?
It might be a pink wig. Stay tuned.
Who gave you the concept?
But what-
Quick podcast.
What are you
Kayla
doing on
gave me
YouTube?
my
What are you doing on
concept.
YouTube?
I'm gonna talk my stuff, in a pink wig. Roman in a pink wig. Shout out to Roman in a pink wig, guys.
So you're just being yourself on YouTube.
Just being myself.
Cool. We're gonna post it every time you post something. Please post to the 40 Central. We're gonna
Thank
post
you.
that
So,
shit up. man.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
And that's whatever. Thank you guys.
You're such a liar.
I hope you subscribe to our page.
Yeah, I hope
am,
you subscribe
I
to
am.
our YouTube.
I am.
Oh, tell the person that was calling you to
I
fucking
will.
subscribe to it.
I will. Shout out to 40 Central.
Val, come on, give us something. Let's get out of here.
Closing remarks.
No.
Might see her on another episode since JT brought it up. It depends. She has to stop being so shy. Look, she's too
She's
shy.
not shy.
Stop. So it was really fun. I think this was really dope. I dig y'all. I like the different energies for sure.
We missing one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The one
missing-
that left.
No, the one that is not here. There's
Who,
one
Warren?
not here. Yeah, we missing one.
He's a
Crazy.
body.
This was actually Warren's episode.
Exactly.
This was Warren's episode, and he missed the whole thing. Like this was his episode.
He's gonna cry.
This
in
was
bed
his.
tonight.
He already said it. He said this is the episode I should have been on. He put it in the chat.
Absolutely.
But
100%
give us an out. We're gonna work on her out.
trying to
everybody.
sign you right
Yeah,
now.
he's trying to sign you.
No, I mean for sure. Like, what's up? You could do that.
What's up?
It's okay. We gonna work.
Oh, we gonna work on it.
I'm
Kayla.
not, like, yeah.
All right. We gotta make sure she's not lit like this next time. But we good.
You know, I wasn't even aware of this. I would have put a face on.
I understand that.
Kayla has me out here looking raggedy.
You look good.
No, but it was cool. It was cool to just pop in and check your vibe out. It's dope learning different perspective. I think that's always the goal, is just to expand your horizon, hear other people's point of views, learn, and heal, because everybody's all fucked up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So we all need.
Also, I do. That's why we say like he was trying to sign you. If it's possible, it is possible. But we really do want a woman's perspective on this. A lot of stuff we say, like you. If you was in that conversation, I hope you would have called us out. Like, no, that's not. You know what I mean?
She was.
I did.
But we didn't get a chance to get that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So for like the future purposes, we could try it out and see what's up.
I think y'all need me.
Oh, all right. We're gonna switch it over next. Go ahead, Kayla. Real quick, Kayla. I want them to know that you what's that shit? What do you do?
Reporter?
Yeah, you that thing. And
A journalist?
She's
you're a
that.
journalist. Go ahead, say it.
Entrepreneur.
And
I'm not
she
entrepreneur.
does.
She's the
She
girl
just
boss.
did a interview with.
Bobby V.
How did that
Slow down.
go? How did that go?
It was amazing. He's actually a really good interview. We had a good conversation about R&B. Him back in the day, coming back, and the resurgence.
Is
of
he
him.
your height? That's what I want to know.
He's actually shorter.
Oh my God.
No. Let me stop.
Damn.
Let me stop. For his publicist is like, you'll never get another interview.
Nah, we
No,
need an
he's,
interview with Bobby V.
I had heels on.
No,
And
that's
And
what
we
I was
were
gonna ask,
we were
like, with or
close, but if
without
I take the
heels?
heels off, he's probably like 2 or 3
Oh,
inches
okay.
taller than me. But I'm 4'11", so you do the math. He's short.
But give everybody where they can follow you at.
My Instagram is the only Kayla, and
At?
my at the only Kayla.
At?
Instagram. What? And
He's hyping you up.
oh, I was like, huh? And my
Yo,
YouTube
what
is
happened
Kayla
over there?
Rivera TV, and that's where I post all
Yes.
of my like celebrity
Everybody,
interviews
please go
and
follow that.
my radio interviews and things like that. So, and honestly, this was amazing. I love you guys, and I've known you for years. So to see you evolve and to see what you guys have created is absolutely amazing. So I'm honored to be here, and all I gotta say is, I gotta come to Atlanta now.
Yeah, we
We'll
might
be
have
there.
to do.
Come
We
on.
do want to travel and do things other places. So even if we
Yeah.
go to Atlanta, we would love for anybody in Atlanta to reach out to us. If we go out there, we do want to do a podcast with you too.
I know a lot of people in Atlanta.
Let's do it.
So
We're gonna make some work.
if
We're
you
gonna
tell
talk
me
after
who
this
you're
show.
looking for, I got you.
I'm looking for anybody
Challenge.
who wants to work.
Bags is packed and ready.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie to you. She's not lying. I think she went on 1 million trips in 1 year.
She's a solo traveler, though.
Word?
She travels by herself.
That's why I want to have the interview.
No, she has an incredible story.
No, listen. Honestly, like I'm joking, but like if we sit down and have a conversation with her, like she has a very interesting.
Stop.
Nah, there's a point in
Y'all
time where
making
we
her like a little tomato.
wow, we sat down and spoke about a lot of things.
They have a
one
lot of
time,
life
and-
experience.
Yeah, they know she does, but it's gonna be a goodie. It's gonna be a goodie. JT, what's up? Let's
Stay
go.
tuned.
As always, thank you all for coming,
Huh?
donating your time. Time is our most precious asset. So anytime you donate to somebody is definitely to be appreciated. And I hope this isn't the last time we're all together.
No.
I hope
First
so.
of all, Challen.
Yeah.
Roman.
No.
Thank you.
It's
I
always
got you.
Kayla.
Yo, he
You know,
only
you're
has
not- I'm your manager.
Like, oh, you're not yourself. You're calling me.
That's
A name that I
Don't identify with.
I don't identify with.
I've
Yeah.
told you that for years. You have never stopped it.
Behind the scenes.
Can we talk about how y'all met
I don't remember how.
in casa? for my birthday party, my 23rd birthday party, and you kept buying him drinks.
That's my man.
That's right.
My man. I bought everybody.
We were so lit. That was the best birthday.
Yeah, we was lit.
Let's
yeah.
go. We're gonna talk about this after, man. We're gonna do a little shoot after this for Patreon. Oh shit, we ain't even set it up yet, but this is what we're doing. We're doing a little bit after, man.
Y'all gotta sign the wall.
Yeah, and they're gonna sign the wall. They are gonna sign the wall.
But can they just do it now while we're live?
Yeah, y'all wanna do it while we live?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's
All right,
go while
cool.
we live.
Do it now.
Let them sign the wall while we live. But I'm gonna end this shit. We
gotta make sure you get my
I'm gonna
good
play a
angle.
song when we leave. Yo, listen. What I say, man. Your 9 to 5 pays your bills. Your 6 to 12 builds your empire, man. This is what I'm doing. Everybody in here is about to build the fucking empire. We're gonna do it together. Whatever y'all need to do, we're gonna support him. We're gonna support her. We're gonna support her. We're gonna support the crowd over there too, man. We're gonna support everybody, man. We love y'all. We are out of here. We're gonna let them sound. We're gonna play G. I said I'm gonna support you, dick.
What are we supposed
Sorry. But we are ending this shit one more time with G, the producer. My all, man. I love
Let
you,
me
bro.
see your shirt.
Thank you for fucking coming up here. Go ahead, I got it. I'm gonna talk over the beginning, man. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate everything y'all do for us. Please, everybody, buy merch, buy all that, man. We in here, man. They getting some shit. Tonight, man. That's it. They said it's a no Zay zone, man. Don't let that nigga talk to you like that, Zay. We out.
That was the best outro.
Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby.
Love y'all, man. I'm about to sing on this shit.
Swear you have my all for life. Listen, been looking for parts of you up in different women. I just wanna hit your line and check how you living. Apologize for the lies. Admit I couldn't see the difference between somebody who really loves you and someone who's overly tripping. Maybe a slight fear of commitment, but there's no excuses. Maybe a pride that was just too stubborn and I couldn't lose it. Maybe I couldn't give you my all. Now I'm giving you music. Now I'm in front of your mountain. Wonder if I should move it. Wondering if I do it, will I find you on the other side? Had to unfollow your gram in case you found another guy. Had to come up with a plan. Ask you for another try. Or maybe you should tell me to move on and give me peace of mind. I know you telling all your friends it's like I didn't try. I know you telling all your friends it was a waste of time. But I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life.
Just hold.
Hello?
Yeah. If you tell me once, tell me twice with it. You know I'm a guy, we don't quite get it. I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life. Listen. You're looking for parts of you up in different women. I just wanna hit your line and check how you living. Apologize for the lies. Admit I couldn't see the difference between somebody who really loves you and someone who's overly tripping. Maybe a slight fear of commitment, but there's no excuses. Maybe a pride that was just too stubborn and I couldn't lose it. Maybe I couldn't give you my all. Now I'm giving you music. Now I'm in front of your mountain. Wonder if I should move it. Wondering if I do it, will I find you on the other side? Had to unfollow your gram in case you found another guy. Had to come up with a plan. Ask you for another try. Or maybe you should tell me to move on and give me peace of mind. I know you telling all your friends it's like I didn't try. I know you telling all your friends it was a waste of time. But I give up everything I had for just one moment with you. Oh yeah. Cause I ain't never felt more alive than when I'm rolling with you. And I can't go on. I just want you by my side. Ain't no out of sight, baby. Ain't no out of mind, baby. I swear I give my all tonight. I swear you have my all for life.